Hi, everyone. Greetings to all of you.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi, Andy. How are you doing?
Okay.
I've made you the
Busy.
co-host there.
Sorry?
I've made you the co-host there.
Okay.
Yes, Andy, you were saying something?
Yeah, been very busy.
I have a hectic week, but
I
nevertheless.
know. How do you handle that? When I read the question, I'm almost boiling. Same question over and over. And you direct them to
it's
the
normal. I
video.
managed to put in the bot at least to welcome the people so that I don't have to do that. But the thing is that not all question can put a bot, you see. So
yeah.
But the bot is really helpful. But I'm currently it is off. I didn't allow any communication because sometimes when I'm not on board, you have all kinds of people that trying to, say all kinds of things, and that can really mess up the whole group.
Yeah, I think I think when you take a break, I think you better stop. Because sometimes you miss one or two sneak in, they come and
it happened, you see. Yeah, that's right. And I can't, the bot is not that good in such a way, can eliminate this kind of people. So I have to go through again all the messages, to see who are these people. So, but some people are very honorable. They do ask permission, which I don't allow. So some people, they don't really do so. All right, great. We have, sorry, I just trying to get the name. You can unmute yourself, I think. Unmute yourself. I think everyone can unmute yourself, right? Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Okay, great. Ojaswin, right? Ojaswin.
No, sir, this is Shantanu. Actually, I've entered through his ID, his Zoom meeting. Shantanu from Calcutta.
All right, great. Awesome.
India. We just spoke.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. Good to have you on board. Are you, okay, great. How are you doing so far? Okay, we have Santanu. Santanu is from Calcutta, India. Good to have you, Santanu. Okay, great. All right, we will just wait 10 minutes. Okay, as usual, I think we will start about 7:15. So let's just give some time for the rest of them to come on board, and then we will begin sharp 7:15 Malaysia time. That is about 15 minutes. So we will just give some time. So if you know anyone else that should be online, do invite them, all right? Do invite them, come on board. There are so many different things happening when it comes to Royal Quantitative, but I think sometimes our team really miss out on some of those important things. So we want to make sure everyone is on the same page. And this is also a fantastic time to ask questions, clarifications and so on, right? So that will be awesome. All right, that's great. Andy, I need to find somebody else for the
Mr. Sena is here.
For the other time zone, because when we are sleeping, right, no one is actually monitoring the yes Santanu. Yes,
Mr. Subroto Sena is also here. I invited him, so he's also there.
Sene, good to have you on board. You can unmute yourself if you want to say something. Yeah, you can unmute yourself actually, all right? If you want to say something, just unmute. If you don't want to respond, just keep yourself muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd rather hear you.
Awesome. Are you from Calcutta too?
Very much, very much.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Awesome to have you. I believe that Santanu has briefed to you a lot of different things that is taking place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, very much.
Awesome, great, awesome. Good to have you, Santanu. Really appreciate you coming on board. Truly appreciate that. All right, we have Darren. Thank you for coming on board. Licia, Rita, how are you doing, Rita?
I'm good, JD.
Awesome to
good.
have you.
I'm
Awesome.
expecting a few. What time are we starting? Did you say?
Another 10 minutes, Rita.
Okay, I'm expecting a few people tonight.
Awesome.
So hopefully they can come on board within the next 2-3 minutes.
Awesome. Great, Rita. We will wait for them. No worries. Rick Malo, good to have you, Rick Malo. So we have our team from Oceania. This is basically our Papua New Guinean team. Today we have from India, we have from Malaysia, right? So this is basically a global team. So let's just wait for the rest of them to come on board, and then we will start. All right, this is not JD Winner, right? This is a Jd-Royalq Global, which is my own team. So it's a huge privilege to have all of you coming on board. This is our weekly event, but I think this will be the last time we're going to have it on Friday. We're going to shift it probably either on Tuesday or Wednesday. I have not decided. I think I will let you know, right? Probably will be Wednesday, right? Probably will be Wednesday, because Friday it seems like family days. People already, spending time with family, so they don't want to come on board for meetings. So we want to try to shift that date and so on. All right. Okay, that will be good. So this is our weekly meeting. So this is going to be a fantastic time with our own team, where they have direct access to me. They can ask me anything, and also they will be in the Telegram group where they can actually speak to me directly in the Telegram group. And this is not a public group, right? It's a private group, only by invitation. No one can come in. Only the VIP2 is given the right of admin, where the VIP2 can actually bring in their team, because once you are VIP2, you will have minimum 20 people under you. You are considered a leader, so we will give you the power to become the admin. All right. So for the JD Winner, it is open to the world. Now we have about 4,100 over members. Okay, so far in JD Winner since strategy, it is crazy. Just less than 3 weeks, we actually launched it, and it is just growing crazily. Right. So it is just awesome to see how God is blessing us with what we are really doing, especially when we do things honestly, and really want to see people's life change. People can really feel it, right? People can really feel it. And they also know that we know what we are talking about. We are not bullshitting around. We are not hyping things around. We really know what we are talking about. And we are willingly also freely teaching them how to really do well in this royal queue, right? So that's most important thing. I believe so. All right, great. Okay, let's just give them another 10 minutes and then we will start, okay? Great. Yan, good to have you, Yan.
Thank you.
I think we have Yan over there from Papua New Guinea. All right, that's great. We have Marisa. Good to have you on board, Marisa. Okay, just take note. We have $120 to give away tonight. Okay, so the new prospect. Let me just put up the slide so that you know what is required. All right, so just take note of that. The new prospect, they have to be invited by the member under Jd-Royalq Global, and make sure that you prepare your full name, the country that you are from, and the introducer that introduces you tonight. Okay, so make sure that, because we're going to open up the chat room. Once I open the chat room, you have to actually put provide this information in the chat room. And then we will be picking up those names randomly for the lucky draw later on at the end of the presentation. And also, please make sure that your video is always on, because we want to make sure you are listening. So Andy will be watching those of you who are new, because we want to make sure you are watching till the end of the presentation, okay? Because it is unfair if you don't watch and then you get the lucky draw, you don't know what is going on. All right, so we want to make sure you watch and you understand exactly what is going on. All right, so that will happen in half an hour time during in between of the presentation. We will open up. Okay, so it is not the introducer who is going to write those information. It is the new prospect that is coming on board. Okay, they have to give their full name, country, and the introducer name. All right, so we will then verify the introducer whether they are part of Jd-Royalq Global or not, and then only we will release the 120. All right, so the 120 will be released within 24 hours. I will contact the leader, and then we will make sure that they activate the account with the 120, and also the fuel fee for the $20. Right, so that's basically just a gift. Okay, just a gift, especially to the new member who are coming on board. All right, so just take note of that. Okay, so we have already given out about 4, I think 4 so far. So we still have a lot more to go. $2,400 has been set aside until the month of December. So every week we will be picking one lucky winners. Are you guys happy with this?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, great. We have more coming in. We will just give them, I have about 6 more minutes to start. Okay, so I will normally start on time. I don't wait for anyone. So for new member, if they're coming in late, right, they're going to have a difficulty to understand because all the presentation is connected. So when they lose, they come halfway, it's going to be very difficult for them to understand. So they have to actually watch the video once again. So that is the headache, because for the beginners, we're going to go through the step-by-step process. All right, so I'm going to show you step-by-step process once again, okay, in the presentation, and then we will go through the the scene strategy, how to do the scene strategy. And tonight I'm going to share on the affiliate marketing. All right, I think this is a fantastic affiliate marketing we have over here, so I'm going to share in detail of that so that you understand how to start right. Okay, don't start wrong, how to start right, how you can start to introduce people and take advantage of the affiliate bonuses and so on. Okay, so that is going to be very important. All right. So I hope all of you are happy today. It's Friday after all. Good to have you, Peter Moraes.
Yes, good to see you also. Thank you.
Awesome, Peter. Good to have you, Marisa. I think Marisa, I'm not so sure. Is she from KL or from overseas?
Hi, morning. No, I'm from Trinidad.
From?
Trinidad. Trinidad?
Oh, Trinidad. Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. That is, I think, under Salim, right?
Yes.
Okay. Great to have you, Marisa. Awesome.
Same here.
Yep, that is our team in Trinidad, Tobago. Yeah, Tobago, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Tobago.
We have people from all over. We have even from Papua New Guinea. I think soon we're going to have people from Fiji, from Solomon Island, and so on. So many more people from Oceania is going to come on board. All right. So this is a global team, but I believe we're going to have a big team from India. That's for sure. We got a few leaders from India who is taking leadership. So this kind of things really grow fast in India. All right, we have about 4 minutes, then we will begin. All right, just get everybody in quickly so that we can start. All right, good to have you, Mike. Awesome. Okay, we have about 2 minutes, okay, and then we will start the presentation. So do get everyone in. I hope they will come on board, especially our team. I think that's the most important. I don't want them to be missing out on what is really going on, okay? All right, great to have you all on board. We have about 2 minutes and then we will begin, okay? Okay, great. Are we ready? Is everyone ready? Okay, great. So if we are ready, Rita, how about your side? Are you guys ready there?
Yeah, I think time's running, so I think we should start moving, Jay. They'll
Okay,
join. They have to.
All right, just give me a minute and then we will start. Okay, great. Let's go on. All right. So if you are new, all right, if you are a prospect being invited by someone here in our team, please make sure to keep your video on, all right, because we need to make sure that you are watching the whole presentation and you will then be qualified for the lucky draw. Okay, so please make sure you do that. I think Andy will be watching on that to make sure that, all right. So if you are not on the video, we don't know whether you are there or not. Okay. So I think that is what to say, inappropriate for us to give any lucky draw if you become the winner, right? So please take note of that. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, great. Now, as usual, what I will do, I request each and every one of you to keep yourself muted. All right, make sure you keep yourself muted, and in between, right, of the presentation, I will open up for question and answer session. So if there's anything that you would like to clarify, you can then, I will open up the session for you to clarify, okay? So I think that will be the best way to go about it so that we can keep the pace and we can move a bit more faster, okay? Because tonight there's a lot of things to cover. So I will go through that one by one. All right, now this will be the content tonight. We're going to look into a quick introduction to Royal Quantitative. Getting started, especially for the beginners, I'm going to guide you through the whole process. And then JD winner scene strategy, how you can scene strategy. This is basically a copy trade, how you can start to scene strategy and start to earn. And I'm going to explain on the rewarding affiliate marketing plan, all right? Show you how the affiliate plan actually works. And thereafter, we will proceed with the giveaway where one person will be selected through randomly, okay, randomly, and you will enjoy $120, $100 for your activation and $20 for the fuel fee, all right? And thereafter, you can decide to put extra money into your trading fund to start to trade. All right, now let's quickly look into the working, all right? The working of the Royal Quantitative first before we proceed. Now, please understand, okay, the essential principle of quantitative board is to use a certain strategy model to buy low and sell high in the spot market. So this is what we call a spot trading, all right, a spot trading. Now, if you look, all right, if you look into the board is basically only doing a spot trading, all right, which is buy low and sell high. Now, at a certain time when the market is actually going high, what happens is that the market can actually decline. So when the market decline, we have what we call a martingale strategy, okay, which I will explain to you very, very shortly. So it will actually do an automated averaging, all right, averaging to sustain the market, all right. So I'll explain to you shortly. So this is important. Now, can you actually do this on your own? Every one of us are doing it. Am I right? We are buying any asset. Example, you buy Bitcoin. So if you buy Bitcoin, right, you will never want to buy Bitcoin at a high price. All right, you always want to buy Bitcoin at a lower price, okay? But the problem is that how do you time the market? How do you know exactly that is the lowest price? Example, if we look at the current situation, right, we have just reached close to about 40,000 and the market now is retracing at about 38,500 and 600. Now, can the market further goes down? Yes, there is a possibility for the market to actually further go down, right? So that's basically what we do, okay? Physically, that's what we do. We buy low, we expect the market to go up, probably back to 50 or 60,000, and then we're going to sell. But this is done from the human perspective. So what you're going to do, you're going to hodl, right? Once you buy, you're going to hodl. Hodl means hold on dear life. So you will hodl that and wait. So how long will that take? 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years, and so on. But it does not happen here with the Royal Quantitative, because Royal Quantitative is a high frequency trading, or I call this as a high velocity trading. All right. So it is actually done in a few seconds or few minutes. It buy low and sell high and close that trade at 1%, and then it continue to buy low, sell high, and close that trade. So the bot can actually do a multiple transaction over time compared to human. All right. So that's basically the whole idea of quantitative trading. Now, the strategy currently used is an upgraded version of martingale strategy, or we call this as a replenishment strategy. All right. Now, this martingale strategy has been used for many, many years. Okay, so it's not something new. It is widely used, especially in the stock market. Okay, so if you look into so many stock market, even in the forex market, a lot of the things are actually run by the bot. It is no longer human that is doing it. All right. So the bot actually will do those replenishment and so on and sustain that market. Okay. And to do that, definitely they need huge capital. Okay. Huge cash flow in order to sustain the market if the market goes against them. But in the stock market or in the forex market, if the market go against them, they can lose everything. All right, they can lose everything. So if you don't have enough cash, or what we call a margin call, if you don't have enough cash, at certain point, if the market still goes down aggressive, you can actually lose everything. All right, but it does not happen here in Royal Quantitative. Even if the market goes a minus 20% or minus 50%, you don't need to worry. There is no such thing as liquidation. All right, so that's the most important thing that you need to understand. So when you see there is a floating of minus 20%, don't worry about it. All right, just wait for the market to rebound, and once market rebound, it will then close in profit. So the robot, what does the robot do? When the market is actually declining, the robot will increase the position through what we call a post-multiple investment method, or in a simple investment term, I call this as an averaging principle. All right, so averaging simply means that if you buy Bitcoin at 60,000, for example, and Bitcoin price dropped to 30,000. All right, so now what happened? If you buy at 60,000, you bought at 1 Bitcoin. Now, at that same 60,000, if you buy again now at 30,000, you're going to get 2 Bitcoin. Can you see that? But now when you buy at 2 Bitcoin, your average price is no longer 60,000 or 30,000. Your average price is now 60 plus 60, which 60 plus at 30,000. Probably your averaging now is about 40 over 45,000 or so. So now, instead of you waiting for market to go all the way to 60,000, you just wait market to go above your averaging, new averaging, which is 45,000, and then you can take profit. Can you see that? So that's how an averaging concept or an averaging principle works, right? Now, so when this thing is taking place, it reduces your average holding cost, and then it makes it rebound. So when the market rebound, the market will then go above the average price and then exit that trade in profit. So this is the concept of martingale strategy. All right. So please understand that. Now, please understand also that martingale works best when the market is declining, not when the market is going up. When the market is going up or uptrending, we do not need martingale strategy. All right. So martingale only comes into effect when the market is declining, because martingale strategy helps to protect your trade so that you don't get liquidated. All right. That's the whole idea of it. So if you look into it, generally, we only need to allocate not more than 10% of our total fund for the trading. All right. And while the remaining 90% of the fund will be used to cover the future market decline. That's the whole idea of it. So if you have $1,000, you are only going to use $100 for your trading. That's all. The remaining 90% of that, you're going to hold it, because that is going to use for the post-multiple investment. Okay, when the market is actually declining, then the martingale strategy will take over. So you need that 90% reserve to actually take care of that auto replenishment that is going to take place. And I'm going to guide you through very, very shortly on the wallet management strategy, okay, so that you understand how this strategy actually works. Now, let's quickly look into, this is a company data, okay, it's just to give you some idea about how much can you actually earn by using this bot. Okay, now the company uses $100,000 and they did a study. All right, they did a study and they collected the data. So means they study both the uptrend market and the downtrend market. And based on the study, right, they have actually derived a data whereby they say that you can actually earn from 10% up to 50% per month. All right, so that simply means at 10% means when the market is really at a worst case situation. Okay, so you can make about 10% all the way to 50%. Now, if I convert this amount into daily, right, it looks basically around 0.34 all the way to 1.67%. Can you see that? So now, if you can make about, for me, if you can make about 0.5 to about 1% per day, I think that is a brilliant return. Can you see that? So that is about 15% to about 30% a month. All right, a month. All right, so that's basically just to give you some idea. Okay, some idea, the hypothesis of where basically you can earn. Okay, and there is no guarantee because the market is volatile. So that is the reason why, if you are new, right, you are just starting, give yourself 1 month. Okay, 1 month, collect the data, and thereafter you can actually make a much better decision. Whether are you using the right strategy, are you using the right options, and so on. Okay, and we're going to look into it. Now, if you look, all right, if you look, one of the power of this quantitative trading is basically the compounding rollover. So if you have, for example, in this example, there is $100,000. For that $100,000, let's take a worst case scenario. A worst case scenario is 10% a month. All right. Now, with a 10% a month, you're going to earn about 110,000, which is about 10%. Now, that 10%, right, you're going to hold it still in your Binance Spot wallet, example. So as you hold that in your Binance Spot wallet, now your second month will be actually trading on the 110,000, no longer 100,000. Now, at the same 10%, okay, the worst case scenario, you're going to now earn 21% for the second month. So now it is going to continue to compound all the way to the 12th month at just 10%, okay, 10% of each compounding value. So at the end of 12 months, you're going to realize about 314% profit. Now, I think that's brilliant, right? Using a worst case scenario. So that simply means you can even actually make a much greater return if you actually took a much better scenario. Can you see that? So a much better scenario means that we are currently, okay, I would say, at the bottom. Okay, market has already bottomed. So we are starting at the right time. So just imagine if the market keep uptrending, all right? If market keep going up, what will be a best case scenario for us to actually realize a much better profit? Okay, so that's the beauty of it. Now, that's the question, okay? That's the question we are talking about. So the question before you even proceed is to really answer, is now the right time for you to get involved into Royal Quantitative Trading? Now, let me tell you something. One of the powerful way, if you really want to become successful in anything that you are doing, timing is the key. Right? Timing is the key. See, sometimes you can do so well, but if you come into certain thing at the wrong time, you can be basically losing everything. All right. So timing is the key. So is now the right time for us to get involved with Royal Quantitative? That's the biggest question every one of us should be asking. Now, if you look into the market, okay, in the month of January, we were somewhere at about 29,000 to about 30,000. That's the month of January. And then we saw market actually uptrend, right? Market actually moved all the way up, and we hit the all-time high of $64,000 somewhere in the month of April. All right. And thereafter, because of some of the change of the narrative in the market, such as in energy efficient that was voiced out by Elon Musk, and then we have the reiterated FAT on the regulatories and so on in China. All right. So we saw market begin to correct at about 50%. Okay, so market actually came down all the way to about 29, 30,000 and so on. All right, now where are we now? If you look at that, we are currently still in the month of July, and market is still basically around at about, has already now hit about 40,000, right? So that's where we are basically currently, right? So now if you look into the situation now, the question is, are we at the right time? Do you believe that the market is actually recovering, right? So that's the most important thing. So now I would say, right, we are currently is where we want to be, because the spot trading is buying low and selling high. All right, so we are at the right time. Okay, we are at the right time. Now, is there a potential for the market to actually, drop further? Yes, there is a potential. Based on my analysis today, we can even go up to $35,000. But if you ask me, right, from a 40,000 to 35,000, the percentage is much lower compared to 64,000 coming all the way 30,000. Can you see that? So the correction of that 50,000 may not repeat now at this moment unless the market actually goes up all the way again, all right? So that's basically the scenario. So if the market drops about 15 or 20%, Martingale's strategy still will be able to take care of this trade. All right. So there's not much for me to worry at the situation where we are now. And what I would say that probably this is the right time to come in and allow this bot to actually work for us. Now, this is the crypto market cycle. Okay, so this is basically so important for you to understand the psychology of the market. Now, if you look into the market, we had the 64,000. All right, and everybody was very happy at the 64,000. So they thought that they are millionaires and billionaires, and that is the new paradigm, and everybody was excited, right? And then we saw the manipulation took place and the market came down. All right, and then we saw people start to fear, all right, emotions start to grip in, and then we saw a lot of the newbies, okay, novice that comes in just 1 year, they start to be panicked. So what do? They capitulate. They actually sell all their holdings, okay, they sell all their holdings, and currently we are here, all right, we are here at the despair stage, all right, where people have sold everything, and the institutions are now very happy, all right, because they are buying Bitcoin at a cheaper price. Can you see that? It's like a 50% discount to buy Bitcoin now. Can you see? So that is basically what is happening. So now the same scenario is going to repeat. All right. The same scenario is going to repeat. This is what we call history repeat after itself. All right. So what we're going to see now, market is going to rebound again. And I believe market can actually exit to about $75,000. All right. So it will go up to 75, above 64,000 to 75. And then we're going to see the same, okay, the same trend once again. Okay, the same market scenario once again. There's going to be a correction, and thereafter we're going to see another bull run all the way probably to 100,000 by end of this year. Can you see that? So this is actually a very, very important market psychology that we need to understand, so that we are not affected by holding, okay, hodling this Bitcoin or whatever assets that you're actually hodling, right? So that's very, very important. So I've been in the industry since 2014. And I have seen this cycle repeating over and over again, right? So that is the reason why if you look into the data, right, those people who are affected are those who came in just this year, just 1 year, not those who came in 3 years or 4 years. Those who came in 3 or 4 years, they are still holding their Bitcoin. All right. But those who are new, all right, those who are new, they get worried, they get very emotional, and they are selling off their Bitcoin. And most of them are selling it off at loss, okay, which is not the recommended things to do. So now, these are the 3 options to use Royal Quantitative. Okay, this is a very important information that you need to know so that you can then decide which option that you want to start with, and later on, how can you actually upgrade and use different other options. Now, there are 3 options available. You can go hands-on 100%. That simply means you can decide your trade setting. All right, you can decide the coins that you want to select and so on. Now, please understand, okay, sometimes when people say, oh, this is a quantitative bot, so this is a automated trading bot, that simply means I don't have to do anything. All right, that is not the meaning of automated bot. Okay, look into your washing machine at home. That washing machine is an automated washing machine. But who has to put in the clothes into the washing machine? You still have to put in the clothes, right? Who have to do the setting on that machine, whether you want it how many hours, you want it to spin or not to spin, and so on. You still have to do the parameter setting, right? So that is what is called automated, right? So in the same manner, okay, although we have this automated bot, the bot has to be given instruction what to do according to your own parameter setting. So your parameter may be different than other users and so on. Okay, so please understand that, okay, or else you'll be mistaken. Oh, I thought it's an automated, but it's not really doing it work. All right, it doesn't happen in that way. All right, so you can either choose hands-on, okay, 100%, which simply means you decide the trade setting. All right, you decide the trade setting, but to do that you must understand martingale strategy. You must understand how quantitative trading actually works. All right, so now if you are new beginners, I would advise you, right, going straight into hands-free. All right, do the copy trade first, and while you are doing hands-free, you learn about the market, you learn about the quantitative, you learn about the trade settings and so on. And once you are comfortable, what can you do? Now you can go into hybrid mode. All right, hybrid means you now begin to combine the hands-on and also the hands-free. All right, so in this case, you can have the scene strategy, and you can even do the manual replenishment, which I'm going to actually explain to you very, very shortly. So you combine both the scene strategy and the manual replenishment. All right, so now this option is up to you. Now at the end of it, whatever option that you choose, the question is that the question that we want to arrive finally is the profit. That's all. Am I right? The profit. So now the profit depends on the options that you are going to choose. So there is no one option that can guarantee you any kind of fixed return. Please understand that. All right. So now I am basically looking at about using all these options that is available. If you can make about 0.5 to about 1%, or let's say an average of 15 to 30% every month, will that be a brilliant return? All right, that's the most important thing. All right, so if you can make, so that's the reason why when you come into the quantitative trading, all right, don't think about micro, don't think about every day I'm not making this. Don't wait until 1 month. All right, give yourself about 30 days and then collect that 30 days data. All right, and then you make an assessment. Okay, where is wrong? Am I really using the right options? Okay, or what can I do better to improve this result and so on? Okay, so that's basically how I would advise you to approach when you are still new. All right, be approached in a right manner so that you don't pressure yourself. All right, that's the most important thing. So now there are 3 simple ways, all right, 3 simple ways to get started. The first thing, make sure you have a spot wallet in your spot trading account. Okay, so I am offering the scene strategy both in Binance and also Huobi. All right, so if you have a problem with Binance, and some countries they got issue with Binance, right? I heard even Malaysia today we got a circulation coming out that they actually requested Binance to look into shutting down the website. But that website is a global website. Okay, so Binance may not be able to shut down. I believe Binance have already instructed the legal team, okay, to look into this matter. It happened before to Remitano, and Remitano actually created another website, okay, where today I'm still using Remitano in Malaysia. All right, so those of you in Malaysia, don't get so hike up with this news. Okay, this is just basically what I will say, just to get an highlight. Okay, Malaysia is currently in the big highlight. after they actually destroy about 1,000 over mining machines. All right, they become a huge highlight, right? So Malaysia love this kind of highlights. Okay, so please understand that. But nevertheless, let's watch what is happening. But Huobi is there, right? So if you really worry that your Binance account is affected and so on, then you can shift to Huobi, right? So that's a good thing about Royal Quantitative. They offer both of these platforms, right? So you can basically do that. So let's watch what is really going on and how Binance is going to handle this matter, because Binance.com, okay, is actually a global website. It's not just a website for Malaysia. We don't have Binance.my, okay? We only have Binance.com and so on, okay? So please understand. So if you are new, right, in your country, you might not have an issue with Binance. So you can actually register in Binance. And how to register, get into my YouTube channel. All right, you have 2 videos there teaching you on how to register your account and also how to buy cryptos, or how to buy cryptos using your fiat money, or how to transfer crypto into your Binance and convert to USDT so that you can then use for trading. Now, once your exchange is ready, right? Now, this is important because all your fund is going to be in your spot wallet. Okay, your spot wallet will be either in Binance or in Huobi, right? Because you are not going to put your trading fund into Royal Quantitative. No, all right? Your trading fund will be 100% under your control in Binance. Please understand that. So that's the reason why we feel safe, because we are not going to put our money in any platform. All right, the money will be 100% in our platform under our own control. Now, once you have got these things ready, next is to sign up for the Royal Quantitative Board. Okay, so these are basically 4 processes. You need to sign up. All right, you need to sign up. So do get the invitation code from those who have invited you. Once you have signed up, you have to deposit. Okay, this is where you deposit $120. Remember that? $120, you deposit $100 for the subscription fees. Okay, you need to pay 1 year subscription fees, only $100, and leave $20 there for the fuel fees. Okay, so every time there is a trading taking place and the trade is open and closed, there will be a small amount of fuel fees. Okay, that will be charged, which is about 20% of your profit. Okay, so that's basically about 80-20 rule. Okay, 80-20, 80-20 profit sharing, whereby 80% goes to you and 20% comes to the company. But the company cannot take the 20% from your trading fund, because your trading fund is in Binance, right? So where do they take the 20%? From the fuel fee. All right, so please understand that. That is the reason why you keep that fuel fee in your Royal Quantitative Board. Okay, so that is sign up and then you deposit. After you deposit, then only you can activate. All right, this is where you activate. So $100 will go to the company, and remaining 20 will be there in your asset wallet. Okay, and thereafter you need to do the API binding. So this is where you will bind your Royal Quantitative with Binance, okay, to allow this bot to actually trade on behalf of you. All right, on behalf of you. So this is basically how the whole process works. Now, once you have got the Royal Quantitative bot ready, immediately, okay, immediately you can sync strategy with JD Winner. All right, you can sync strategy. You can start to earn hands-free. Okay, so for the sync strategy, later on I'm going to explain to you how to do the sync strategy and how to read the coin selection matrix, so that you understand how to determine, okay, how to determine the first order amount, okay, and also the number of coins and so on. Okay, so I will explain to you step by step. Now, as I mentioned to you earlier, okay, this is basically the idea on the startup and the trading fund. Okay, so the first aspects of it we have is the bot, okay, which is the Royal Quantitative bot. Now, for the bot, okay, that are basically we have an annual subscription fees. This is basically an activation fee. All right, so the annual subscription fee is $100. And then we got the fuel cost, which is $20. So this is basically your startup capital or your initial cost, okay, for the bot itself. All right. And thereafter, we're going to integrate this bot with Binance. Okay, this is where now we can now authorize the bot to trade for us. Now, to do that, you need a trading fund. All right, you need a trading fund. So minimum, okay, it's not $100. You need to have $120 if you are using JD Sync strategy. Okay, you need to have $100. In order for you to trade. So for $120, you can trade about 1 coin, okay, using the strategy. Please understand that. But if you really want to see a better performance, okay, I would recommend you to have about $1,000 so that you can run more coins, at least about 5 or 6 coins, okay, instead of just depending on 1 coin. All right. So the greater the fund, all right, the greater your yield, All right, and not only that, result varies. Okay, result actually varies. It's not typical. Okay, it's not typical, but it is possible. It is not typical because we got different trading fund. You got different number of coins. You got different first order amount, and the most important thing, the market is volatile. Okay, there's something that we can't control, which is the market. All right, so please understand that. Okay, so now with this concept, right, anyone who comes in, right, they only need about minimum $240 to get started. $240. 120 goes to the board, 120 goes to Binance, your spot wallet. But you will never lose your 120. Okay, please understand that. Your 120 will be intact. Even if the market is down, don't worry. There is no liquidation, there is no cut loss, and so on. Okay, such as what you see in the Forex trading and so on. It doesn't happen in that way. Your fund will be still there and the market rebound. Once the market rebound, it will close in profit. Your 120 will return back to your Binance account and the profit. Okay, and whatever profit will then go on top of that $120. Okay, so please understand that. All right, now, so we will stop here for a while. Okay, we will stop here. We're going to open up this session for any kind of clarification needed before we proceed. But before we open up, okay, before we do that, we're going to open up the chat room. Andy, I think you can open up the chat room. So if you are new, right, if you are new, this is your first time attending this meeting, whereby you've been invited by our member here under Jd-Royalq Global. All right, now please get into the chat room. All right, you need to give us 3 information: your full name, the country you are from, and also the introducer name. All right, those who have invited you tonight. So please make sure, okay, you write these 3 information there quickly. Okay, we're going to open up the chat room for the next half an hour. All right, once half an hour is done, then Andy is going to close the chat room. All right, nobody else should actually give any longer information, because we don't want people who coming in later, all right, suddenly putting in information there, okay, and they don't know what is really happening. All right, so those of you who came in early, this is your privilege. All right, so please do so. Okay, please get into the chat room at the bottom and please provide this information, and thereafter we're going to have a lucky draw at the end of this presentation. Now, while that is happening, let me just stop over here. Okay, let me just stop over here before we proceed further. Does the team have any question to ask?
Dr. John.
Yeah.
Some of them just put name only.
Yeah, we need the 3 information. Okay, your full name,
yeah,
the country, and also the introducer, because we will verify the introducer whether the introducer is under Jd-Royalq Global or not. All right, so please make sure you put your introducer. Okay, great. So I will leave that to Andy. Andy will handle that. Okay, and now I'm going to open up the session for any question before we proceed further. So far, is everything clear? Do you have any question before we go and talk about the beginner's guide and so on? Anyone, please. Any question from the team? Everything good? You may unmute yourself, all right? If you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask. Please feel free, okay? This is our family, all right? Please feel free so that we can clarify anything before we proceed further.
The introducer cannot put in the name of the person, yeah. So please, if you are invited by your introducer, only you can put in, not your introducer put in, yeah?
Okay. Mike, you got any question? No? All right. Okay, so if there's no question, I assume you understand the introduction. All right, now let me proceed with the beginner's guide. Okay, now please feel free, okay, to ask me anything. I don't want you to miss out anything. If you have anything to clarify, please feel free. All right, don't feel foreign. All right, don't feel foreign. This is our own family, so don't worry. Okay, there is no such thing as stupid question. Okay, every question is valid question, and somebody can learn from that question. Okay, so please make sure you ask question. If
you want to ask something, Mr. Chopra, you want to ask something, please.
Sir, carry on.
Okay, great.
Mr.
All right.
Chopra?
So keep yourself muted. We will then continue the presentation. Probably after this, you will have more questions to ask. Okay, great. Now let's go and look into each of these steps. Okay, I'm not going to cover on Binance. On the Binance or the Huobi part of it, you can refer to the YouTube channel. All right, go to the YouTube channel. You can go to Wealth Makers Alliance, my YouTube channel. Over there, you can actually look into the processes to create your spot wallet. Okay, which is your Binance account or Huobi account. Now let's move into Royalq. Right, and Royalq here we got 4 steps. The first step is sign up, deposit, activation, and binding. All right, that's the only 4 steps that you need to do. So now the first step is basically sign up. Okay, so how to sign up an account? Very simple. Okay, first thing, all right, you just need to make sure you get into Royal Quantitative Board. All right, now at the Royal Quantitative Board, you have to be very careful. Okay, the Royal Quantitative apps. Okay, you need to be very careful because there are quite a number of fake apps over there. All right, fake apps. So the best thing that you can do is that get into Royal Quantitative website. In the website, there is a link to the app. Okay, either for Android or for the iOS. Okay, there is a link, so you can use that link to actually straight away get into the app, or make sure you type in the right information, which is for the Android. Okay, you make sure to use Royalq. All right, and for the iOS, make sure you use Royalq community. All right, so these are the 2 information. So you can get into your apps. Okay, install this app first. Okay, that's the most important thing. Now you don't have to do it now. Okay, I will guide you through first. All right, so that you can actually do it later. So nothing to worry about it. And this video will be later on uploaded into the Telegram group. All right, and I'll also pass this video to the leaders. So the leaders then will actually share with you this video and you can watch through once again. So once you have installed, okay, the apps, next is basically for you to sign up your account. Okay, sign up your account. So what you need to do at the bottom here, you will see sign up now. All right, so click the sign up now. All right, and you then will be guided to the next page. Now let me just also explain to you. Okay, you can have multiple accounts. All right, please understand, you can have multiple accounts in a single device. So you can actually use the same device, but you can have 2 or 3 accounts, because every account is basically separated by the email address and the password. That's all. All right, but the problem is that if you only have 1 device and you want to see all the trade for the different account, it will be difficult. All right, so it's good that you have different device and install the account in a different device, so that will be easier. So you can have the main device, and then you can even register your other idle device that is lying idle at home, right? So you can actually register those devices and let those devices make money for you. Can you see that? So that can happen too, right? So you then strategize how you want to go about it. Okay. So now you click the sign up now, and thereafter you need to input all this registration detail. First, it will be your a valid email. All right, so key in your valid email, and thereafter you need to click the send button. Okay, click the send button, and then you will receive the verification code. Now, please key in that verification code inside this column. Okay, key in the code, and thereafter you need to put in your login password, reconfirm your login password, and there, okay, you need your invitation code. Can you see that? So no one can register for Royal Quantitative without the invitation code. So where do you get the invitation code? Get from the person who have invited you tonight. All right, and put that invitation code. You can, so if you are new and you have somebody under you and you don't know where's the invitation code, it is in your box. Okay, in your apps, you can find it in the first page under the home page. And if you go up, you see invitation, invite friends. Click that and you will see the invitation code. Okay, and thereafter make sure you tap on the circle over there. All right, I have read carefully the service agreement and the user privacy policy. And finally, you tap on the register button. Okay, congratulations. You have officially, okay, signed up and registered for your Royal Quantitative account. Now, let's move on to the next process. Once you have already signed up, now you need to deposit. All right, you need to deposit $120. Now, the deposit preferably, okay, the best thing that you can do is to deposit from your Binance account. All right, because you need to deposit into Royal Quantitative, and Royal Quantitative required a TRC20 or Tron Network Protocol. So if you use a Binance wallet, it is easier because Binance will automatically detect the Tron network that you're going to send the 120 into. All right, so please understand that. Now, let me just quickly get into the board and show you quickly. All right, so this is the board over here. Right, let me just show you that. This is the board over here. So if you get into, all right, this is your home, as I mentioned. At the top here is your invite friend. All right, invite friend. I'm not going to click because I don't want you to use my invitation link. So this is where the invite friend. All right, now, if you get into the mine, okay, click the mine and you will see asset over here. All right, and then you click deposit. So this is where you need to send the 120. Can you see that? So you need to copy this link and then paste it in Binance. And from Binance, then you're going to send 120 into your bot. Okay, this is basically your bot wallet. Okay, your asset wallet, and it requires TRC20 network. All right, so less than 10 minutes. Okay, I think less than 10 minutes, 120 should appear here. All right, please understand that. So any one of you tonight, if you win the lucky draw, I would require this. All right, you need to screenshot this and send it over to me, and then I will send the 120 directly to your bot. Okay, so that you can immediately activate your account. Okay, so please take note of that. All right, let's get back into the presentation. All right, so now once, okay, so the caution point is this. Okay, make sure that the transaction must be using TRC20 network protocol. All right, and this is basically how the fuel costs work. Okay, you're going to put in about $20. So every time the trading is taking place, right, the fuel cost will be reducing until it reaches $10. The system will notify you to recharge. All right, $10. Now, if you don't recharge, no big deal. You can just continue to trade. But when you reach $2 and below, the bot will stop trading. All right, so that's the reason why always make sure, right, that is $10 and above. All right, or just make sure that it's $20. But if you are trading $10,000 worth of trading fund, okay, make sure you have $50 or $100 in your fuel fee, right? Because the fuel fee will be deducted. So as I mentioned to you, it is 80-20. All right, 100% of your profit goes to your Binance account. All right, but where does the company deduct the 20% for each of your profit? They deduct it from the fuel fee. Please understand that, because they cannot touch or withdraw your fund in Binance. So the only way is that you have actually allocated the $20 ahead of time in your bot so that the company can deduct that 20% from the bot. Okay, I hope that is clear. All right, now, so once you have done that, okay, so how do you actually deposit? Now, to deposit, as I mentioned to you, click the mine button. Okay, you click the mine, and thereafter you will see asset. All right, click the asset over there, and thereafter you will see deposit. All right, click the deposit, and then you will see the QR code. All right, so you use this address and send that $120 to this address. Now, so once you have done that, the next step is to activate your account. Right, to activate. So how do you activate the account? Now, to activate the account, you click mine, all right, and thereafter you click activation. You can see there is a banner there, VIP, all right, and that beside VIP, you will see an activation. So click the activation, and thereafter it will guide you to the next page, and all that you need to do, all right, is to click activate. So the moment you click activate, $100 will be deducted for the subscription fees, 1 year subscription fees, and thereafter you will see $20 in your asset wallet, which is for your fuel fee. All right, so that's basically an activation step. Okay, very, very simple and very, very fast activation step. Now, the next process will be the most important process. In order for you, right, to trade successfully, you need to do the API binding. All right, so this is basically you are going to integrate your API between the bot and your spot wallet. So how do you do that? So in order to do that, okay, first you need to click home. Once you click home, at the top here, you will see API binding. All right, so click API binding. It will then guide you to the next page, and you will see here, right? Can you see there are 2 exchanges? So you can choose either one of these exchange, or you can even actually use both of these exchange. All right, so you can either use Binance or Huobi, or you can do both. Okay, so as I always mention, okay, if you are smart, you split your account. So if let's say you got $2,000, $1,000 you use in Binance and another $1,000 you use in Huobi. So you split your risk. All right, don't put the whole egg into one basket. Okay, so you split your risk so that you can then enjoy from both. So you are fighting 2 battles at the same time, right? So you're going to enjoy double of your profit actually, right? So that's basically what you can do. So now, if you want to bind Binance, for example, click Binance, all right? And thereafter, you will see in this panel. So you will see that at this time, okay, you need to open up your Binance and open up the Royalq at the same time. Now, you don't need to worry about using the same device, okay? When I say same times, mean you can open one in your laptop, you can open one in your handphone, okay? So preferably your handphone is the Royalq. Why? Because you can scan. All right, you can scan. Can you see this? This is a Royalq. Can you see there's a scan button there? So you can immediately scan your the QR code in Binance to immediately copy the API key and the secret key. Can you see that? So that's why it's good to use two devices instead of one single device. Can you understand me, right? That's basically. So now what you need to do is that you need to copy the API key and paste it in your Royalq. And thereafter, you need to copy the secret key from Binance and paste it in your Royalq secret key column. That's all. All right. So once you have done this process, then the next process will be basically enable spot and margin trading. If you don't enable this, definitely the bot will never be able to trade for you. All right. So this is some of the mistake that people make. All right. After they bind, they say the robot is not working. It's not the robot is not working. It's just that probably they missed this step. All right. So what you need to do, click the edit restriction, and then you will see enable spot and margin trading. So make sure you enable that. All right. So you are actually authorizing this bot to do the spot and margin trading for you. All right. Now, the other important information here, can you see that enable withdrawal is actually not activated? So that simply means the bot, okay, will not be able to actually withdraw or remove your fund from your Binance account. All right. So the company, the Royal Quantitative have no access to do so. And please remember, okay, in Binance, if anybody want to withdraw, they still have to go through the 3-layer security. So in Binance, you have the handphone number, you have the email verification, and you also have the 2-factor authentication. So you will know if somebody is trying to withdraw your fund. All right. So this is just some important information that you need to know so that you are assured, all right, that your fund is actually safe. Now, another important security enhancement that the company has done is basically the group IP address. Now, this is another important security, and I've already continuously informed the team, all right, to make sure to, when you do the binding, you need to make sure you also enable the group IP address. So how do you do that? Let me just quickly show you. So in Binance, okay, you can see Binance here. What you need to do, after you enable the spot and margin, at the bottom there, you will be able to see restrict access to trusted IP address only. Can you see that? Even Binance, okay, recommends you to do that. All right, recommends you to do that because initially, like previously, we were using unrestricted. So that is less secure. All right, that's the reason why if it is unrestricted, right, if your API is compromised. So let's say, for example, you go and click some of the suspicious site. All right. So now what happened? Your API can be compromised because those can be phishing site. Sometimes you can even install some fake apps in your device, and the fake app can actually phish, okay, phish your APIs and so on. That's why sometimes you see unusual activity taking place in your Binance, and people's funds are stolen in this manner. Now, to prevent this from happening, we are going to specify the IP address. So this is where you're going to copy. Can you see that? You're going to copy the address here. Example, if it is for Binance, you're going to copy all this address from the Binance IP group. This is an IP address from Royal Quantitative, okay? Because these are the IP addresses that is used to trade with Binance. The bot going to communicate with Binance with all these IP address. So please understand that, okay? So once you put in right over here, make sure you click confirm. All right, click confirm, and then you click save. So once you have done that, you'll be able to see, right? Example, you can see all this yellow. All these are the IP address that is currently, okay, authorized in order to actually. So now, if let's say, right, if let's say you have an unusual activity taking place in your Binance. So, and then suddenly, right, if let's say some of your funds are stolen, now you can go to Binance and ask them which IP address actually access into my account. So now Binance will actually provide you with the IP address, and you can now check, oh, this IP address is not from Royalq. This IP address could be from the hacker. But if Binance tell you that the IP address comes from Royal Quantitative, now you can go back to RQ and count them accountable. Can you see that? So this is the beauty of using the group IP address. That is the reason why we encourage everyone to go about it and quickly, okay, make sure. If you have not done so, please make sure you do it, okay? Because I have already heard and seen so many people are facing unusual activity taking place in their Binance account, and some of them even lose their fund over there. All right. Okay. Now, once you have done that, okay, once you have done that, the next process is basically verification code. So you need to click the send button. Okay, click the send button, and then you receive a code in your email, and make sure you key in those code over here, and then to verify. Okay, basically you are going to give an approval for this API integration, and thereafter make sure you click the I have read the risk and notice carefully, and thereafter you're going to bind. Okay, so that's basically what is going to happen. All right, so I hope that is clear. Okay, let me just quickly bring you to my Binance and show you that. All right, so in Binance you can see this is where the API address is. Okay, so if you want to key in create your API over here, right? So you can create example test. All right, test JD. All right, you can create the API, click create. Now, once you create, can you see that there are 3 layers of security? You need to verify the phone, you need to verify your email, and you need to get a Google Authenticator. All right, there are 3 layers over here. So now, once you have done this, right, you will then see your API being created over there. Now, if you click the edit restriction, okay, you can click the edit restriction. All right, you can see over here, as I mentioned to you, okay, you need to make sure to enable the spot and margin, and make sure you copy. Now, some people ask me, where do I copy this address? All right, this address, where do I copy? Now, you can get into Royalq announcement web page. Okay, that is a Royalq announcement web page. All right, or you can even go to the bot. Okay, go to the bot and get into your home. Let me show you. Okay, so that you know where to get this. Get into your home. Now, can you see at the top here there is an announcement? Click the announcement. Can you see that there is an announcement on the launch of API? So you can actually copy either from the announcement, or you can even copy. Okay, copy from the website. All right, you can even copy from the website. All right, website. So over here, if you just read over here, you have the IP. So all that you need to do, copy the whole thing. Copy the whole thing, all right? Copy the whole thing, and then get into your Binance. Sorry, Binance once again. All right, and you paste it over here. Can you see that? So that's how you do it. And then don't forget, click the confirm button and save. All right, so many people forget to do this, and then suddenly it doesn't work, and they say why it didn't work, because they didn't follow the whole process. All right, so that's the most important thing. All right, so this is just to quickly show you how it works. All right, now let's get back to our presentation. All right, so that's basically, okay, that's basically the 4 process: sign up, deposit, activation. All right, and thereafter we have the binding process. Okay, so these are basically the 4 important process, and now your bot is ready to trade. All right, ready to trade, and I'm going to share with you how to do the scene strategy. But before I proceed, I'm going to open up the floor if you have any questions or any clarification before I proceed. Please feel free to ask anything. No question? All right, that's great. So if there's no question, then we will proceed, okay? We're going to proceed to the next. That will be exciting. Let's look into the scene strategy. Okay, great. Now let's quickly look. So now your wallet is, sorry, your robot is ready, right? Your bot is ready, everything is ready, and now you are excited that you want to trade. Okay, so this is where you have the 3 options, right? The hands-on, the hands-free, or you want to do the hybrid, right? So I'm going to show you how you can do the hands-free, and I'm also going to show to you how you can add on the manual replenishment your own, okay, your own, and I'm going to show you how you're going to get it done tonight. Okay, now before we do that, okay, I'm going to just quickly show you. I'm going to open a trade in the bot. Okay, let me just get my bot. Just a moment. All right, let me just open a trade in front of you while we're waiting, while we get the bot running. All right, so how do you open the trade here? All right, so this is basically manual. Okay, you don't have, sorry, I think I'm not going to do this here now. Let's do a scene strategy so that you will understand clearly. All right, now let's look into the scene strategy, and then I will show you how to scene strategy and see how the bot opens those trades. Okay, so now how to go about it. Okay, let me show you step by step. Okay, step by step. So when you watch this video, you know exactly what to do. Okay, so the first thing is that you need to click the circle. All right, click the circle at the bottom there. Once you click the circle, it will then bring you to so many different circles. Okay, what you need to do, just go and search for JD winner. All right, search for JD winner, and then it will bring you to the next page. There's a search button there in yellow. Click the search, and then it will show you JD winner ID 1146. Tap on the JD winner. All right, tap on the JD winner. It will bring you to the next page. Now, in this page, right, the first thing you need to do is to read the message posted in the chat room. Can you see that? You can enter the group chat and you can actually look into the message, and the message will tell you to actually join the scene strategy, JD winner scene strategy Telegram community, so that you can get all the instruction from there what to do. All right, so you need to get back into the Telegram group first and read all the instructions and so on. Thereafter, you come back here. All right, you come back to the circle, and now what you need to do, you proceed. Okay, you proceed to strategy for JD winner. You can see the percentage there. I think now should already be close to 2000%. All right, so you can click the percentage. Okay, click the percentage. It will bring you to the strategy page. All right, so in the strategy page, you can see here, right, we got Binance and Huobi. So you can select. If you are doing Binance, select Binance. If you are doing Huobi, select Huobi. If you are doing both, then you can scene strategy for both. Okay, for both. So now, if you select Binance, at the bottom, you see scene strategy. Click the scene strategy. And thereafter, it will bring you to the next page. Now, this is the most important page, and this is the only thing that you need to do. You need to decide two things. One is the first buy-in amount. Okay, this is the first order amount. First order amount preferably, okay, based on your capital, okay, or trading fund, it will be 10 USD. 10 USD is the minimum. All right. Now, to understand this, you need to understand the coin selection matrix. I will explain to you very, very shortly. Okay. So you have to put in the first order amount, and you also have to put in the number of strategy. The number of strategy here is the number of coins. Okay. So how many coins are you going to run? Now, where do you get this information? In the coin selection matrix. Okay. Just stay with me. I will show you the coin selection matrix. Now, the 10th, okay, do not enable this. All right, do not enable synchronized opening double. Do not enable, because if you enable, then all your trade will be open up double of your first order amount. And this can disrupt your wallet management. All right, this can disrupt your wallet management completely. Right, so don't do that. Now, once you have already defined, okay, these two information, the first order and the number of coins, then you can click the scene strategy. All right, you click the scene strategy. So what happened when you click the scene strategy? Now your trade will be running automatically according to the parameter that you have already specified. So do you need to do anything after that? You don't have to do anything. Just leave the bot. The bot will be doing its job by itself. Close the trade, open the trade according to the scene strategy that I have already predetermined. All right, so that's how it's basically work. All right, now let me just quickly bring you into the bot and show you how do I do that. So now in the bot, okay, as I mentioned to you, you need to click the circle. Once you click the circle, get to the search button and look for JD winner. So in my case, I already have JD winner, so I'm going to click JD winner, and sorry. what happened. Oh, it's not bringing. Oh, okay. Right. So you can see that, right? JD winner. So that is it. I'm going to click that. So you can see over here, this is the information as I mentioned to you. So get into the Telegram group. Okay. You can read the detail here. And we have currently 4,024 members live now at this moment. And this is basically the performance of JD winner, which is 1,765% of the trading profit. Okay. Cumulative trading profit so far. About 2.5 months, okay, since I started with Royal Quantitative. So what you need to do, click here, and it will bring you to the next page. And bottom here, you see Scene Strategy. Click over there. Now, when you get into this page, be very careful, okay? Defaulted, you can see that, right? 71 piece, okay? This is wrong, okay? This is wrong. So now I want to roughly go for $10, and I want to put my number of strategy here, probably 2 coin, all right? 2 coin. Now, as I mentioned, don't enable double. Now, you can see your profit sharing. This is 1%. So from your fuel fee, all right, from your fuel fee, every time you make the profit, 1% will come to me. Can you see that? 1% will come to me. So 20% will go to Royalq, 1% come to me. So your total cost is how much? 21%. So how much is your total profit? 79%. That is your net profit. All right. So every trade you close, 79% comes to you, and 21%, okay, goes to 20% goes to Royalq, and 1% will come to me, okay, as a Scene Strategy provider. That's basically the fee. But this fee will be increased probably after 1 month, because at this moment it's just an introductory fee. Okay. So please understand that. So once you have done that, click OK. Now watch what happened. Okay. Watch what happens. Scene Strategy. Confirm. Now, once you have done that, get into the home. Get into the home, and now we will see, all right, that over here, okay, you will have 2 trades open up. I think my internet is slow. Let me just change my internet just a moment, okay? Oh, okay, I know why. So let's go to the circle once again. Let me just see if I can change that figure. Let me cancel this and Scene Strategy once again. Just put 1 piece. Let's see if this works. Okay, let's get back to the home. Oh, still it's not there. Okay, all right. I think probably it's just because of my internet over here. Oh, sorry. Cannot be. So, okay, we will check these things later, right? I think it's just my internet is a bit slow here, so I'm not be able to get it done, okay? Let me just get back to our PowerPoint, okay? Now, that's basically just to show you the process, so don't worry about the activation. I think probably later on it will be activated, all right? Andy, can you hear me there?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure because I see my internet is dropping. So I just want to make sure you can see my slide and hear me well. Okay, great. So that's basically the process, okay? Step-by-step process, how to Scene Strategy. So you can see, right? For the beginners, right? If you're going to teach them about the trade parameters and all these things, right? The beginners will get confused. So the easiest thing for the beginner is that you can straight away ask them to do the Scene Strategy. All right, so let them do the Scene Strategy first. All right, and thereafter you can then teach them about the rest and so on. Because with the Scene Strategy, they can already start to learn what is happening along the way as they start to learn. Okay, all right. Now this is going to be the most important thing. Why do you Scene Strategy? All right, why do you Scene Strategy with JD Winner, and what is the uniqueness about it? And one of the most important thing about this whole thing is that even if you're going to trade your own, is the wallet management strategy. Now, let me quickly go through this wallet management strategy. If you have anything later on, please clarify with me, okay? And this is a proprietary proprietary system that I have developed only for our team, right? So you can straight away use this strategy, because at the end of it, when you talk about martingale strategy, it all comes back to your wallet management. Now, in saying that, let me also remind the team, all right? I'm a trader. I've been trading for many, many years in Forex market, in commodities such as gold, and I'm also basically an expert in crypto leverage trading. So as a leverage trader, I use martingale strategy for many, many years. Now, when you are doing martingale, right, it is not about technical analysis. Please understand that. It is tactical analysis. All right. So if you cannot depend on technical, because in crypto market, all right, 80% of the market movement is behavior, not technical. You must understand that. Only 20% I could say technical, but even that, crypto market will never respect any resistance or support. Okay, please understand that. So now, if you really want to be successful trader, you must be tactical. All right. So that's the reason why, if you want to be tactical, it is all coming back to wallet management. Now, when we say wallet management, we talk about bullets. We talk about ammunition. So it's like you are in the war. When you are in the war zone, all right, what matters is your bullet. If you really want to win the war, you must able to sustain your bullet. So when the enemies are actually fighting, all right, you wait for the enemy to actually weaken. We wait for their bullet to actually depleted. Then only you go in and ambush the enemy. So it is all tactical. So if you don't have enough bullet, then you have to surrender. Can you see that? So now this is where we learn about the 20/80 rule and how to have a proper wallet management. Now, example, look at today, right? The market is down. Do you know that at this moment, if you have extra bullet, you are king? So capital is king, all right? Please understand that. And how you manage your capital using the wallet management strategy is crucial if you want to win the war. So now, how does JD Winner wallet management strategy actually work? Let me explain to you. Now, let's take an example. You have a trading fund, okay? A trading fund worth of $1,000 in your spot wallet in Binance, okay? Or Huobi, it doesn't matter which exchange, okay? So let's say you have $1,000. Now, for that $1,000, okay, for that $1,000, we're going to divide 80-20. So 80% is going to go into my hands-free, which is the SIN strategy. So this is where you're going to allow the quantitative trading to actually do an automated. Okay, it will replenish automatically. So now here we have $800, right? You are not going to use $800. Okay, you're going to use for the first order and so on, which we will decide later on. But the total amount that you have allocated for your hands-free is $800. All right. From that $800, you are only from that $1,000. Remember, you're only going to use about 10%, which is about $100. So you still will have about $700 sitting there for the auto replenishment. So this is when the market is going against you, the SIN strategy will automatically do the auto replenishment for you. And the auto replenishment is only maximum 3 calls. That's all. All right. So after the 3 call, what happened? The bot will no longer use the fund in your Binance fund. Okay, so it stopped using. So therefore, your fund will not get depleted. Now, there are so many newcomers making so much of mistake, and when their fund get depleted, right, they get so disappointed because they don't really know what they are doing. All right, so this is important. So now, to make these things happen, as I mentioned to you earlier, you need to determine 2 things, right? The first order amount and the number of strategies or the number of coins. Okay, that's the information that you will basically provide to the in your SIN strategy page. So now you're going to have a balance of 20%. Now this 20% is your reserve contingency fund in case, okay, in case if the market has gone severe correction. Severe correction means after the 3 calls, the market further goes down. Okay, now when the market further goes down, this is where now you have the bullet. All right, you have the extra bullet of 20%. In this example is $200. Now you can go and do manual replenishment. Okay, you can do manual replenishment to actually manipulate the market. And then when the market turn around, you can then close this whole trade much faster. All right, your turnover time will be much faster and you will be actually enjoying a much greater profit, because now you're going to earn 1% of $1,000, not 1% of $10. Can you see that? So that's the beauty of this 80-20 rule and how this rule actually works. Now, so if you look into the configuration, okay, you don't have to do any of this, okay? All these things will be done by the scene strategy. But I want you to understand the margin configuration. Now, the margin configuration over here, okay, you can see it is already changed. This is the old setting, okay? The new setting already changed according to the market situation. And I'll be changing that all the time according to the market situation. Now, in this example, you can see the first call is 5%, the second call is 4%, and the third call is 3%. Now, when the market, okay, when the market actually comes down, let's say you open your entry and the market comes down by 5% from your entry price or your average price, it goes against you by 5%, it will then open up the first call automatically. Now, in this first call, it is multiplied by 2, all right, by 2. This is the old data, okay, please. If you look into the latest, it is multiplied by 1. I've already changed it, all right? So it is multiplied by 2. 2 means now it will open double, okay, which is $20. So let me just show you that. So you can see, right, first order is $10. First order is always fixed, it's $10, $20, $30, and so on. I will show you the coin matrix shortly. Now, when the market actually decline and hit your first call, all right, when you hit your first call, it will then trigger your first margin, which is 5%. Now, at 5%, now it will multiply by 2, which means you have now 2 times 10, all right, 2 times $10. So a total of $20 will open up. But remember, you have a first order amount, which is $10, right? So now you're going to have a total position amount of $30. Now, just imagine, okay, at $30, if the market actually rebounds at your first call and hit your new average price, you will close at $30 at 1% profit, not at $10. Can you see that? So that's the beauty of this martingale strategy. Now, if let's say in case after you hit the first call, it couldn't sustain and the market further goes down and hit the second call, which is 4% below your new average price, what happens now? It will then open up 3 call, multiplied by 3. So 3 times 10 will be $30. All right, so $30 will open up, but now you have an earlier $30, right? So 30 plus 30, now your cumulative position order, okay, amount will be $60. So if the market, okay, actually rebound at the second call and hit your profit, you will now profit at 1% at $60 instead of 1% at $10. All right. And then after, if the market further goes down and hit your maximum 3 call, all right, maximum 3 call, it will then multiply here by 6. Okay, so 6 times 10 is 60, 60 plus 60, which is earlier. So your total cumulative order will be 120. So if the market actually closes that and profit at 120, right, you're going to actually enjoy 1% at $120. That's how it works. All right, so this is all done automatically by the system. So for this to happen, right, you need a minimum. Can you see that? A minimum you need for 1 coin is maximum you need for 1 coin is only $120. That's all. All right, 120. So now, in this example, we have $800, right? So for $800, how many coins is that? So 800, if you divide by 120, that will be about 6.66, about 6 to 7 coins. So that simply means you can actually implement the same strategy for $1,000, and you can be actually opening how many coins? About 6 to 7 coins that will be running for you automatically. All right. Now, if the market actually further goes down, okay, from the third call, it further goes down, do you need to worry that your fund will be actually used? You don't need to worry, because at third call, it will stop. But now, once it is hit the third call and the market further goes down, this is where you have the huge opportunity to use your bullet. So you use your contingency fund. So in this example, we have the 20%. So you use the 20% of this contingency fund to do manual replenishment, or we call this as manual buy. All right. So when you do the manual replenishment, you don't do for all the coins. You only select the worst coin. All right. The worst coin, because you only have $200, right? At $200, you cannot be doing all the coin because you got a total of 800. So you can only do probably 1 or 2 coin. All right. So you do manual replenishment and the average price will come up and the market hits the profit, it will close for that coin, and all the amount will then return back into your Binance wallet. And now you're going to have more bullets, and now you tackle the next coin, the next coin, the next coin. Can you see that? So that is the beauty of this wallet management strategy. But some of you may say, no, if I don't want to use the 20% and do the hands-on, can I just leave it? Yes, you can leave it. All right. The only thing is that when the market is declining, right, you leave it, right? It just have to take some time. So you will see it's actually floating, right? But floating doesn't mean real loss. Please understand that. Floating here means it is an unrealized loss. That's all. So all that you need to do is to wait. Wait for the market to actually go up again, and then it will close in profit. So the choice is up to you. Whether you want to use that 20%, if you don't use, it is wasted. But if you use, then you can do the manual replenishment. Can you see that? So this is basically a hybrid, a combination of the hands-free, all right, a scene strategy, and also the manual replenishment. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. Now, let me just quickly show you what happens here, right? If you look at this whole thing, right, we have the margin call limit, which is 3. And then we have the whole position take profit ratio, which is 1.3. All right. So I am setting it at 1.3 and my profit callback is 0.1. So now 1.3 minus 0.1, that will be 1.2. Can you see that? 1.2. But please understand, this is only gross profit. 1.2 is a gross profit. So we have a fees to pay to Binance, which is the market fees. Okay, that's about 0.1%. And then you also have the spillage cost and so on. So let's say, right, if you factor in all these things, 1.3 minus 0.1, let's say you can make 1% every single position. Isn't that awesome? So every time the trade closes, an average of 1%, all right, an average of 1%. That's how this whole strategy has been designed. Now, if you look into the margin configuration, there are 3 calls, right? So as I mentioned to you earlier, we got 3 calls over here. Now, please understand, I can be changing the margin call drop percentage at my side anytime, and it will not affect you. All right. So you don't have to worry that. So I have to look into the market. I will decide when the market is ascending, the market is descending, what will be the right margin call percentage. Now, if you look into the multiply by ratio here, all right, this is mostly fixed and I will not change that. Even if I would change and improve, I will then reduce your total initial cost. That's all. So instead of 120, I may reduce it to 110. So it will not affect you. But it will never go further than 120, because if it go further than 120, then it will affect your wallet management strategy. All right. So please understand that, because soon, probably next week, I'll be releasing a new coin selection matrix whereby I am reducing your multiple buy from 120 to 110. So we're going to save 8% on our trading fund, but we're going to improve on our profit, because when you reduce your trading fund, your profit margin actually will improve. Okay, your average result will actually improve, and that's brilliant. All right, so that's basically some of those experiment and R&D that I'm doing in order to help to improve your trading performance. Isn't that awesome? Now let's quickly look into how the martingale strategy works. Okay, and this is important. Although you do not need to understand this or really know about this, but you must exactly have the awareness how the martingale strategy works. But you don't have to do anything, right? This is basically working behind the scene for you. But I'm just going to show you how does the wallet management 80-20 rule integrate and correlate with this martingale strategy. Now I'm going to take an example of Matic, okay, Matic pair with USDT. So the average price is 1.7909, and I'm going to go for the first order, which is $10. Now at first order, right, when this market execute and the market goes up all the way 1.3% and then call back 0.1%, the bot will sell at an average of 1% and take profit at an average of 1%. Can you see that? So this is basically how the whole strategy works. It goes up 1.3, it calls back 0.1, it closes in profit. Now, this is the first scenario. In some instances, you do have market goes up all the way, all right, all the way to 5%. So if the market goes up all the way to 5%, what happens? When it calls back 0.1, it will now close in an average of 4.9% profit. Can you see that? So this is how intelligent the robot is. Okay, the robot will not just stop at 1.3. If its market is aggressive, all right, it goes up, it will follow trails. It will follow, and then it will close at 0.1%, and then it will close in profit. So can you see that? So if it is closed at 1.3%, you only make 1% of $10, right? Now, if it closed at 4.9%, you're going to make 4.9% at $10. Isn't that much greater? Okay, now, the third scenario, the market goes up, but then it actually call back, okay, call back by 0.5%, and the market actually declined, all right, by 5%. So when the market declined from the average price, can you see that? This is the average price. Now, what will happen is that when the market decline, there will be a new replenishment, or what we call a buy, okay, replenishment, or we call averaging. So here, what is the buy? It will be 2 times, right? So which will be $20. So 2 times 10, it will be $20. And earlier I have $10. So 20 times 10, that will be $30. So that simply means when the market comes down by 5%, I will have a new order open up, and that total order, cumulative order, will be $30 open up at this moment. Now watch what happened. If the market goes in my favor, right? Can you see that? Now what happened when the market comes down and hit your margin at minus 5%, new average price will open up. So that simply means we are no longer going to follow the old average price. So your average price is going to come closer to the current market price. So now the average price is 1.75 instead 1.79. Now when the market goes up, okay, from the average price 1.3% and call back, okay, profit call back 0.1, it will then sell at 1%. Now watch what happened. It is going to sell at 1% at $30, no longer $10. So can you see that even if the market is going down, and when that market rebound, you're going to actually make much greater profit just by waiting for the market to actually rebound. Can you see that? So that is the beauty of this martingale strategy. Okay. Now, if the market is not going up, the market comes down further by minus 4%. And now it will open up the next buy, which is times 3. So 3 times 10 will be $30. Now 30 plus my earlier 30, that will be $60. So now my total floating will be $60 at this moment, right? Now what happened if the market actually rebound? So if the market rebound, can you see now we have another new average price? So if the market goes above that new average price by 1.3% and call back profit 0.1, it will then sell at 1% at $60. Can you see that? So the more the market is going down, actually, the more profit you are making because your order amount is much greater. Can you see that? So that's the beauty, okay, of how this whole system works, right? Now, if let's say it doesn't sustain at the call 2 and it goes down to the maximum, the third call, okay, the third call by another 3%, it will now trigger a buy at 6 times. So 6 times 10, that will be $60. And earlier I have another $60, right? So that will be a total of $120, which is floating. Now, floating doesn't mean loss, okay? Please understand. It is an unrealized loss waiting for the market to rebound. And once it rebound and hit the profit margin, it will then close in profit. So in this case, if the market rebound, imagine what happened now. Your average price has come down further, right, to 1.65. Can you see that? 1.65, which is much closer to the current price. Now, if the market rebound above the average price and hit and go above 1.3% and call back 0.1, now watch what happened. You're going to now enjoy 1% at $120 instead 1% at $10. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Now, watch what happened now. If the market further goes up, okay, at this point, instead of just 1.3, the market is so aggressive and it goes up by 10%. Now, if the market goes up by 10%, now you're going to enjoy 9.9% average of your 120%. Wow, this is massive, right? This is real massive, because remember, whatever goes down will go up. Whatever that goes up will come down, right? So that is basically how the crypto market actually works. So that's the reason why we don't worry if the market is up or down, because we can still generate profit, okay? Either the market is up or down. Now, please understand, as I mentioned to you, right? If you correlate this with the wallet management, that simply means the 3 call will be taken care by the SYN strategy. 80% of your fund is already allocated for this decline. All right. So the bot will automatically replenish it for you without you doing anything. Now you have another 20%, right? That 20% is a contingency fund, only to be used when the market goes below that 3rd call. So if the market goes further down, okay, further down than your 3rd call, this is where you have the 20%. This is your bullet. All right, this is your bullet. So you can use this bullet and now ambush the enemy, and you can manipulate the market by doing manual replenishment. All right, so that is the beauty. All right, that's the beauty of the wallet management strategy that I actually created and designed for our team. Now, if you say, I don't want to use the 20%, can I just leave it? Yes, you can leave it. All that you need to do, you need to have patience to wait for the market to rebound and then close that trade in profit. So if you don't want to use the 20%, I would advise you to use 100% as your SYN strategy, all right? And you do not have any contingency fund if you don't want to do the manual hands-on replenishment, right? So now I hope you can connect all this concept together, okay? Because at the end of it, it is the strategy that makes you a winner. All right, it is not really the war, okay? You need to have a strategy in the battleground. If you have the right strategy, that is basically you have the right tactical strategy, you can actually win the war. All right, so that's the beauty of this martingale strategy. Now, this is a quick replenishment concept, okay? How the concept actually works. So in this example, we have Bitcoin at 36,641. This is the average price. All right, now you can see here, this is the callback trigger, which is the 35. All right, so which simply means when the market goes down, okay, goes down by 4%. So here you can see this is an example. First call is at 4%. So if the market actually goes down by 4%, there will be a call trigger there. So you can see the first order is $10, and the trigger, when it trigger, it is also $10. All right, it is 1x, okay, $10. Now, when it triggers at $10, what happened? You will then see, all right, all right, from minus 4%, now your percentage has improved to minus 2%. And look at the average price. Instead of 36,641, your average price is now 35,908. So now, can you see that your average price is now closer to the current market price? And if the current market price actually rebound above the average price and hit 1.3%, it will then close in profit. All right. So that's basically the concept how the replenishment works. Either you do it automatically or you do it manually. This is the concept of the manual replenishment. Now, as I mentioned to you, all right, so we have a coin selection matrix. This is another proprietary of JD Winner. So I have prepared this coin selection matrix that you can now use the matrix to determine your number of coin. So all that you need, right? You need to know your trading fund. So let's say if your trading fund is around $1,000, all right? So if your trading fund is $1,000, now you can select the number of coin here. See that? 7 coin, 3 coin, 2, 4, 4. Based on this, you will know what is the first order. So if your first order is at $10, you can actually go for 7 coin. If your first order you want to increase to $20, then your number of coins will be 3. Can you see that? Now, if you only want to do 1 coin, that is $120. So if you have $120 in your trading fund and you want to use the SYN strategy, then you can put $10 and you can select 1 coin. See that? Now, if someone of you have a $10,000, you can go up to 72 coin. But please understand, all right? I am only doing SYN strategy maximum 20 coin for Binance. So if I'm doing 20 coin, although you can do 72, right? You can't. So you need to select 18. So for 18, you need to use $40. Can you see that? So you need to use $40 as your first order, and your number of coins will be 18. Okay, so please understand that. In Binance, I'm doing basically 20, and in Huobi, I'm doing 10. Okay, so you can select either one. Now, you might ask, okay, why there is a yellow and why there is a blue? Now, yellow here means you don't have 20% contingency fund because this is a low capital. Since it is a low capital, all right, so I consider that you use 100% for your martingale strategy, for your trading, so that you can get a better profit. But those who actually have above up to $600 and above, they can actually go for the contingency fund, which is 80-20 rule. All right, so the yellow is only 100%. Okay, there is no 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule is applicable for those who have the higher capital, so they can actually keep a 20% contingency fund. All right, so that's basically some of the important information that you need to know. Right now, this coin selection matrix is always in the Telegram group. It's a PDF file, so you can refer to this coin matrix. Okay, so if you are in the group, you will be able to see this coin matrix. But next week, this will change because I'm going to go for 110 instead of 120. All right, 110. So that will actually help to improve in terms of lower trading fund, but improving the profit margin so that you can get a better result by using lesser trading fund. So just imagine, okay, if at 10,000, if you can do, at 1,000, if you can do 7.2, if I reduce this to about 110, you can actually do probably 8 or 9 coins instead of 7 coins. Can you see that? So you can increase more coin, and the moment you increase more coin, you can actually realize a much greater profit. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so these are some efficiency improvement that I'm doing in order to enhance the whole strategy for the whole team. Okay, great. Now, before I proceed, okay, let me just stop here. All right, let me just stop here, and let me just get some clarification from the team. If you have any question, if there's anything that you don't understand and you would like me to clarify, please feel free to ask me. You may unmute yourself, okay, to ask me anything. Please go ahead.
JD, Mike again. Okay.
Yes, Mike.
My apology, I just have to refer to your earlier statement about Binance and Huobi. Saying that you were saying that it's I mean, am I correct to say that it would be better or ideal to buy both Binance and Huobi rather than either? Oh, okay.
Absolutely. That's the reason why I mentioned to the team even last week, right? That, and also I created Huobi because it is always good to split your risk. Because at this moment, with the regulatories and so on, right, there are too many things going on in the exchanges. So it is always good to actually have 2 exchanges.
Oh, yeah, I see. Ideally, but of course that depends also on your funds, isn't it? You were suggesting 1,000 each. If you have 2,000, assuming spot wallet, so you're saying like 1,000 on Binance and another 1,000 on Huobi.
Yeah.
So it's important to split it.
Yeah, or probably you need to understand the SIN strategy number, right? Example, if for Huobi is 10 coins, so you may not need 1,000, right? If it's a 10, if I'm only doing 10 coin, if you put 10,000 there is no point unless you want to increase your first order amount. So if you put $1,000, you might not want to do the $10 first order amount. You can actually go for $20 or $30 first order amount because you need to keep to 10 piece only. But in Binance is different because you can do double, right? Which is 20 piece.
Of course, in terms of profitability, it's better to bind both, isn't it? Use both.
Absolutely, because you can even probably see there are different coins running at the same time.
See, because that's the bottom line in terms of profitability.
Absolutely, and also it's a risk diversion. Because we don't want to put the whole egg into one exchange.
Right. And then in relation to Binance, JD, you mentioned, sorry, I couldn't ask you earlier, to elaborate further, the recent Security Commission actions of Malaysia against Binance. So, what are they planning to do by Binance?
They can't do anything. They can probably issue a cease order like what they did to Remitano.
Okay.
But even that Remitano, we can still access Remitano using a different website.
Right.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
so you can see it will be a same scenario because, and also if let's say Malaysia really want to ban, Binance websites, come on, we can use a VPN to connect to Binance.
Correct. Exactly.
So I don't see a big issue here because at the end of it, this is just a threatening. This is just a threatening, to the people because the real issue is this. The real issue is that there are three license exchanges in Malaysia. The three license exchanges are not happy because the businesses are going to Binance, not to them. So they have complained to regulatories to actually get rid of Binance because a lot of the business are going to Binance.
True.
So it's it's actually just a competition issue here.
Yeah, competition and envy.
That's true, all right? So
really the bottom. So bottom line, JD, is that they can't. The Security Commission in Malaysia, the bottom line is they can't really do anything very much because we can always go to Binance new website if they do create one, just like they did for Remitano, isn't it?
Absolutely, but I think maybe Binance and Remitano, we are not so sure how they will act, whether they will do the same thing. But I think we can still use a VPN to actually divert the the connectivity. So it shouldn't be an issue because Binance cannot ban their website. That is a global website.
Exactly. So
it's not a Malaysia website. Okay, it's not a Malaysia website. It's not a dedicated. Unless Binance have a license in Malaysia, then they might have a dedicated website only for the Malaysian, like what they did for US. There is a Binance.us. Okay, like Australia, we have Binance.aus. So Australia have their own Binance. Singapore have their own Binance. So, but even that, right? A Singaporean can even register using Binance.com. So that is how it works basically.
Yeah. So in your opinion,
so what I see that will happen is very simple. Don't worry about this. I believe Binance will be regulated in Malaysia.
Will be regulated by Binance.
That's right. So Binance will become another entity on top of Luno, Tokenize, and Synergy. So we will have Binance. So I think Binance to get the regulatory license is much easier because they are already a global exchange. Because at the end of it, the bottom line in Malaysia is very simple, right? You need to have a Sendirian Berhad because they need the tax.
Exactly. Right.
So they just want Binance to start a company and then so that they can get all this tax money that's supposed to go to them. That's all. Okay. So it happened to Luno many years ago. They asked Luno to set up a company in Malaysia, and then Luno become a Sendirian Berhad, and now Luno is fine.
Yeah. I see.
Okay. Sure. All right. So anyhow, just get ready. Okay. In an event, if Binance close the shut down the Malaysian and so on, you must be able to shift your fund to Huobi.
Okay.
All right. So if that happened, then I will then increase the Huobi trading coins in Huobi rather than Binance.
I mean, in the eventuality of Binance being shut down in Malaysia, what about our funds in Binance? Will be able to take it out?
No problem. What you can immediately transfer your fund directly to Huobi.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, you are not going to convert to fiat. You going to transfer crypto to crypto.
I see. But then, as you mentioned, JD, Binance, if they want to bypass Malaysia, they can always create another website, isn't it? So
they can, but Binance is a little bit more high integrity compared to other exchanges.
I see. They want
Right,
to
so
maintain
I
the
think
integrity.
they might not want to do that. They might want to follow the right way of doing things because they already have a lot of these regulatory hurdles from other countries too.
Yeah, because they are given only 14 days finance from the Security Commission to cease all operations. 14 days from the
Don't worry
26th
about
of
it.
July.
Okay, don't
that
worry.
will be around
I think
the-
Binance legal know what to do.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll leave
Okay,
it to them
Binance
to
has a very
advise us
strong
accordingly.
Binance have a very strong legal team, and at the same time, just wait for Binance announcement. Once Binance give a clear announcement, then you can do whatever you want to do with your fund.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right, great. Any other questions or clarification pertaining to the SIN strategy and so on that the team has heard? Anyone? Everything great? Okay, if it's great, now let's proceed. All right, let's just proceed quickly, and then we're going to go to the marketing part of it. Okay, now, just quickly, okay, why do you choose JD Winner strategy? Okay, just very quickly. First thing, all right, please understand, okay, this is where we have so many problems with the new people or the novice getting involved with Royal Quantitative because they use defaulted strategy. Now, if you go into Royal Quantitative and start to trade without knowing anything, right? This is what is going to happen. Your startup cost is going to be too high. All right. Now, if you look into the take profit ratio, right? The defaulted setting is 1.3, 0.3. All right. Now, just imagine, right? This is, if you minus, that is about 1%. Now, this is not inclusive of the fees and the slippage cost and so on. So after you actually deduct all those things, you might only be earning about 0.7 or 0.8%. You will never be able to get an average of 1% profit. All right, so that is one issue here. Okay, the second issue is that if you use defaulted, it will be all the way 7th call. Now, if you go and calculate the 7th call, one coin, just for one coin, you need $2,550. Now, let me ask you a question. All right. Do you want to pay 120 for one coin, or do you want to pay 2,550 for one coin? Now, this is where many of them have problem, because when the market goes down and their fund get depleted, they get worried, because then now they are thinking about should they put in more fund. Can you see that? So this is one of the reasons. Okay, now if you compare this with JD Winner, our profit taking is average 1%. Now, when I say average, please understand, okay, it's not really accurate. You get 1%. No, sometimes it's 1.2, sometimes it's 0.9 and so on. But on an average, it's about 1%. Now, because I'm using 3 call, right? That is the reason why you can see one coin is about 120 without the contingency fund. Now, if you put a contingency fund, so it is only 150. All right. That is basically if you want to put the 20%. If you don't want to put the 20%, that's about 120. So now you can choose, right, between a high startup cost and low startup cost. Which one will you want to choose? 120 or 2,500? So that is the first difference. Now, the second difference is that we have the wallet management strategy. Now, this makes JD Winner SIN strategy different than any other circles that is providing their SIN strategy. All right. So this is so important for you to compare with the other circles and why you want to be part of JD Winner SIN strategy. And the third thing, right, is basically the transparent parameters, because you must understand, example, right, when I mentioned 20 coins in Binance and 10 coins in Huobi. So that is important parameter. So at least you know that how much funds should you have in your Binance, how much funds should you have in your Huobi, and what are the number of coins and so on, because you need to know those information in order for you to determine your first order and your number of coins. Am I right? Now, we have launched this on 16th of July. Currently, okay, the Circle Popular List is ranked number 2 as of 30th of July, as of today. And the Circle Hot List, okay, we have gone up to the 5th rank compared to last week, which is 9th rank. And the total Circle members as of today is about 4,012 members from all over the world. All right, and the coins traded in Binance is 20. The coins traded in Huobi is 10. So at any single time, I'm trading at least about 30 coins. Now we have one of the best wallet management strategy in place. And we also have whereby users can decide the number of coins. We have the coin selection matrix. JD Winner, fast and accurate response in Telegram community. That's so important, right? We want to make sure accurate information when we reply to them, and everyone is getting their information as fast as is possible. And we conduct fortnightly, okay, AMA session, all right, with all the global community. All right, so that's another session, not this session. Okay, this is our weekly. For the JD Winner, we have our fortnightly. Then we also have a value-add resources, insights, and education, and it is shared freely and willingly in the community. Apart from that, there are also dedicated YouTube channel, okay, Wealth Makers Alliance, okay, and this is like a one-stop center, okay. Anything that you want to know about Royalq, you can actually get in there and understand, okay, fully about how this whole thing works. So these are some of the unique offerings, all right, that you don't get elsewhere in other circles, okay. So that makes JD Winner, offering actually unique and value add, okay, for whatever fees that you are actually paying, okay. For that 1%, right, you are basically getting a huge value over here. All right, so that is basically why you choose JD Winner. Now let's quickly move into the affiliate. Okay, so I just want you to watch, especially the new one. All right, and if you are a leader, right, I want you to watch this so that you can start to build your team accurately. Right, this is the most important thing. Now if you look into this whole thing, right, there are two ways we can make money, right, in Royal Quantitative. One is basically the passive income, which is the spot trading. All right, so you actually allow the bot to trade for you. And another aspect of it is basically the active income. All right, so that's where the affiliate program comes in. So now, example, right, if you look into the market is down. So when the market is down, your coins are floating, right? Your trades are floating. Now, just imagine when the trades are floating, you can actually go and introduce people, right? You can go and share the platform to your friends and so on. You can be earning active income while the market is actually down. Can you see that? So you can combine both of these aspects of it, okay? Combine both of these and create a much greater value for yourself. Now, let me explain to you how the affiliate program actually works. So now, this is a complete reward distribution matrix, okay? So this is a complete reward distribution matrix, and I'm going to break these things down, okay, one by one, and share with you how this reward matrix actually works. Now, the first thing, all right, the first thing before we even proceed is that we need to understand the direct push reward, or what we call a referral bonus. Now, how does the company pay the referral bonus? The referral bonus is paid through the activation. So every time somebody activates the bot, right, the company will then share minimum 30% all the way to 70%. Can you see that? So now, please understand, okay, this is a profit sharing from the company's revenue. So instead of taking the $100 for themselves, they are sharing this $100. So that's the reason why every time someone activates, you will then enjoy the direct push reward, or we call this as a referral bonus. Now, the other thing is the trading profit and the fuel revenue. Okay, let me just quickly get you all idea of this. Okay, now if you look into the revenue details, okay, into your revenue details, in this example, there's a profit for this pair. T-Fuel USDT is $1.26 and so on. Now, when you see the profit, right, 100% of this profit actually goes into your Binance. All right. So now, how does the company going to then charge the 20%? Now, the 20%, you can see here, right, the fuel fee is actually 20%. So it is an 80-20 principle, but the thing is that they cannot take your 20% from your profit, because your profit will be in your Binance account, right? And the company cannot even touch your fund. So how do they actually deduct the 20%? They deduct from the fuel revenue. All right, so this is the fuel cost that you put in, right, which is the $20. So from that $20, the company will deduct 20% from the fuel fee. Now, this 20% is the company's fuel revenue. Now, from the 20%, they will then take 80% for their operation. Another 20% will be allocated for the profit distribution. Now, this is exciting. Now, this is where the more people you start to sign up under you, you will be enjoying the profit distribution from your team reward. Okay, team reward, which is 20% to 60% from the 20% that the company deducted, they will share with you 20% to 60%. And then there is a peer reward, okay, peer reward. So the team reward is your direct, okay, it's your direct profit distribution, and the peer reward are those people are directly under your downline. So every one of them, you're going to enjoy another 5%. All right, so now this is a brilliant, okay, a brilliant business model that the company has put in place, and it is so transparent because you can see all this information about the finance and the deduction live, okay, in your own back office in your board. Now, where does the 1% sin strategy comes from? The 1% street strategy comes from the fuel revenue, okay, fuel revenue. So that simply means 20% goes to J-Royalq. Another 1% will go to the sin strategy. All right. So in this example, you can see that will be 21% taken from each of the profit. So if the profit is $1, so 21 cents actually goes for the fuel revenue, and also for the sin strategy profit sharing. Can you see that? So that's how it basically works. So at the end of it, you are looking at about 79-21 profit sharing ratio. Okay, if you are using sin strategy. If you are not using sin strategy, then that will be 80-20 profit sharing. All right. Now, let me just explain to you how the reward distribution actually works. So the first thing, okay, that you need to understand, we got 6 types of level here. All right, so we got VIP 1 all the way to VIP 6, or we can refer this as V1 all the way to V6. And then after, all right, if you want to become VIP 1, okay, very simple. To become VIP 1, you just need to activate. So the moment you activate, you become V1. All right, now as V1, you are entitled to enjoy the following: direct push reward or referral bonus, sponsor bonus, which is 30%. So now, the moment you become a V1 and you introduce someone directly under you, you are entitled for 30% of the $100. All right, so that is $30 will come to you. Now, that's the reason why, right? Somebody come to me and say, Dr. John, I have 120 for my activation and the fuel fee, but I don't have money for trading. Don't worry. All right, I tell them to go and introduce 10 people. They go and introduce 10 people, they get $300, right? Because $10 from each. So now they have the trading fund. They can send that money to Binance wallet and they can start to trade. Isn't that brilliant? Now, so that is a direct push, okay? And then you got the team reward. The team reward is 20% of the 20% that the company deducted. All right, so the company will share with you 20% of that 20%. So this is basically the profit distribution from the fuel revenue. So now, let's say, for example, right, you got let's say the trading profit is $100 per day. Now, 20% fuel fee from the $100 will be $20, right? So now 20% of that $20, that will be $4. Now, just imagine, okay, you grow your team, okay, you take 2 or 3 years and you grow your team and you have 1,000 members in your team. Now, just imagine, right, $4 times 1,000 members, that is about $4,000 a month. Can you see that? So now, this is one of the power, okay, of being part of Royal Quantitative, because every single person that is growing under you, you are still going to enjoy from their trading. So every time they close the trades, every profit they make, you're going to enjoy 20% from the 20% that the company is actually deducting, right? From that 20%, you get another 20%. All right. Now, next rank will be VIP 2 or V2. Now, to be a V2, the qualification is you need a direct referral of 3 people. That's all. Directly under you, and you need a total team of 20 people. That's all. Now, for me, right, if you are really a leader, you just go and introduce 20 people. The moment you introduce 20 people, you are already qualified as V2. All right. Now, as V2, you are entitled, okay, to enjoy a sponsor bonus of 40% now, no longer 30%. And you are also going to enjoy a direct push award, okay, a direct from your direct, those of them directly under you, and they are trading. You are now going to enjoy. Sorry, this is a differential. Okay, differential means V1. Okay, you are a V2, right? So you got V1, right? So now you will enjoy the direct, which is about $10. All right. So this is another great incentive. So from your direct, you will get $40, but your direct introduced to his VIP one, you will get another $10. Okay, I'm going to explain on this in detail. Now you can see over here, right? So this is you are V2, and under V2, you got A, which is V1. So you enjoy $40. Now your V1, okay, your A introduced to B, which is V1. All right, your A will enjoy $30, but you get the difference, which is $10. All right. Now, please understand this continues, okay, infinity. All right, all the way. All right. So this is a powerful business model. All right. Now you're also going to enjoy, all right, the team reward. Now the team reward, you will enjoy 30% of the 20%. All right. You get 30%, and not only that, you will also enjoy the differential team reward, which is 10%. Now, if you look here, right, this is the example. So you are V2. You introduce to A, which is V1, you enjoy 30% from A trading. Now A introduced to, all right, to B, which is V1, A will enjoy 20%, but you're going to get the difference, which is 10%. All right, and thereafter, right, B introduced to C, which is V1, B enjoyed 20%, but you get the difference, which is 10%. All right, and this is also infinity. All right, so you get the direct referral, which is the direct push. You also enjoy from the trading, which comes from the profit distribution. All right, so this is just brilliant, right? Now, next will be VIP 3. Now, when you rank up, okay, to rank up to become VIP 3, the qualification is 3. You need to have a direct referral of only 5. Now, this 5, right, is basically only add another 2%. Remember, earlier you have 3, right? So now you add another 2, so you will have total of 5 people under you, and you need 3, okay, at least 3 to become V2. So you grow your V1 to become V2. Now, when you have 3 V2, your total size now will be how many? 100 people. Remember that, okay? You got 100. Remember, to become V2, you need how many? All right, to become V2, you need 100, right? To become V2, sorry, as a V2, you got 20 people directly under you, right? So 20 times 3 is already 60. All right. So then you can actually grow the whole team another 40 members, and you can already hit your team size. So this is the qualification to become V3. Now, as a V3, you are now entitled for a direct push, okay, or sponsor bonus of 50%, which is $50. But now watch what happened. Now, this is massive, all right? Now you're going to enjoy the differential. All right, now you are V3, right? You will enjoy from V2. You also going to enjoy from V1. Can you see that? Now you're going to enjoy from 2 levels. And then you're also going to enjoy the team rewards. Now will be 40% from the 20%. Okay, from the company's fuel revenue, 20%, you're going to enjoy 40%. And not only that, you're also going to enjoy the differential from that trading profit, okay, 2 levels, because you are V3. Now, if I will show you this, right? And then you're also going to enjoy the peer reward. Peer reward is 5%. What does that mean? Now, please understand, when your V1 becomes V3, your same level, that is called matching. All right. So once it is matching, you will now enjoy 5%, okay? 5% from everyone under that V3. All right. So imagine V3 got how many people? V3 got 100 people, right? From that 100 people, of that V3, you will enjoy 5%. All right. Now you can see over here, right? This is your sponsor bonus. Now you are V3. As V3, you have A, right? A is V2, so you get $50. Now your A introduced to B, which is V1, A will enjoy 40. You get the difference, which is $10. Now B then will introduce to C, which is V1, right? B will enjoy 30, right? A will get the difference of $10, right? But you get the difference of how much? $20, right? And this is infinity, right? So this just continues infinity, right? So it will keep growing your direct sponsors income, right? Now, if you look into the trading, which is your direct, this is your profit. So you V3, you got A, which is V2, you enjoy 40%, okay? 40%. Now, your A introduced to B, that is V1, A will enjoy 30, but you get the difference, which is 10%, all right? And thereafter, you got B introduced to C, that is a V1, B will enjoy 20, A will get 30, but here you enjoy 20%. These are from all the trading that is taking place, okay? So this is a huge, okay, residual income over time. As the number begin to grow, you're going to see. Now, from this residual income, right, you do not need to top up any more fuel fee. All right, so you can continue to use this because this can become a fuel fee because all this fund will be going into your asset wallet, okay? So that is the beauty of it. Now, I will not go through the hierarchy anymore, okay, in the next VIP 4 and VIP 5, but I hope you understand how the hierarchy actually works, okay? Now, let's move on to VIP 3. Now, for the VIP 4, okay, so next is VIP 4. Now, to become a VIP 4, right, the qualification, you need direct 8. So you earlier got how many? 5, right? You only need another 3, so you got 8. And now you need to raise the V2 to become V3, all right? And thereafter, you got a total team size of 300. Remember, V3 got how many people? 100 people, right? So if you got 3 V3, you already hit the team size. So now, as a V4, you are now going to qualify for 60%, okay? 60%. A direct referral, okay? Anybody that you introduce directly under you, you will enjoy 60% from their activation of $100. Now, this is powerful. Can you see? Now, you're going to enjoy the differential, okay? The differential award. How many level? 3 level, all right? You're going to enjoy V3, V2, V1, all right? So that's the powerful, right? V3, V2, V2, V1, okay? So the 3 level, you're going to enjoy the difference, okay, in terms of the bonus. And then you're also going to enjoy the team reward, which is now 50% from the trading of your team. Okay, these are your direct, okay? The direct, you're going to enjoy 50%, and you're going to enjoy the differential, all right? Also 3 level from all those trading that is taking place. And you're also going to enjoy the peer reward, which is 5%. This is when your V3 become V4. So from the total V4, you're going to enjoy another 5%, okay, override. Now, thereafter, you rank up to be V5, okay? As a V5, you are qualified. To qualify, you need a direct referral of 12 only, all right? So 8 plus 4, all right, you get 12, okay? Please understand that. And at least you need how many V4? 3 V4, okay? You raise your V3 to become V4, and your total team size will be 800. Now here you are going to enjoy a direct push award, which is 65% from every activation directly under you. Now you're going to enjoy 5 level, okay, of the direct push reward. Can you see that? So level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1. So you're going to enjoy the difference of that. And thereafter, the team reward, now you enjoy 55% of the 20% of the company fuel revenue, right? And also you're going to enjoy 5 level of team reward, okay? V4, V3, V2, V1. And you're going to also enjoy the peer reward. And this is when your V4 become V5, all right? Now you will enjoy, V5 is how many people? V5 is 1,500 people. Can you imagine? You're going to enjoy 5% of all the trading that is done by these 1,500 people. All right. And finally, you rank up the highest rank, which is VIP 6. To become VIP 6, you need to hit 3 qualification. Direct referral, how many? 20. That's the reason why I mentioned to you earlier, right? If you can straight away bring in 20 people, you have already qualified the first qualification for your V6. And now you only need to raise your V5, okay, to be, sorry, V4 to become V5, all right? And you need 3 of them, and your total team size maximum is 1,500. That's all right? Just 1,500. So now, what are you going to enjoy? Direct push now maximum how much? 70%, which is $70 from every activation directly under you. You're going to enjoy the differential. Now how many levels? 6. Can you see? 5 level, okay? 5 level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now this is going to be massive, right? The moment you hit about 1,500 members, right? This is going to be massive. And then you're going to enjoy the team reward from the trading profit, which is 60% from the 20%. Now you enjoy 60%. And you're also going to enjoy the difference of it, which is another 5 level. Now here you also enjoy the peer reward when your level 5 become level 6. Okay, you're going to enjoy from the 1,500 of them, which is 5%. And you're also going to enjoy global dividend, another 5%. Now, from the company profit, okay, company will allocate, okay, 5% from their profit to be shared with the global VIP. Okay, these are the VIP 6, and all of them will be enjoying that profit sharing, okay, of 5%. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so these are basically, okay, just for you to understand, and if you're really building your team, all right, and this is, I will say, one of the lucrative, okay, lucrative, simple, there is no uni-level and all those things, okay, it's straightforward, okay, straightforward, just introduce people and get them to trade, and you're going to enjoy. Now, just imagine, right, these people are trading using SYN strategy, right? So as they begin to trade with the SYN strategy, you are just going to enjoy all those differential team reward and all those, profit distribution that is going to come from those trading, right? Isn't that brilliant? So now, where do you find all this information? You can find all this information in your bot, okay, in the back office. All right, you can actually find all this information. So that's the beauty about the bot. The bot is actually like a one-stop center, so you can actually get all the information. So what I did was to break it down into into micro, and give you the detail, because what you see in the back office is just the macro, not the micro aspects of it. So now, in giving you the whole conclusion of it, right? Trading fund or your capital and trading profit is 100% secure in your spot wallet. Okay, so that's one of the security that we have when we become part of this platform. Number 2, you have 100% control over your trading fund. Okay, that is the most important. So you control your trading and your fund at any time. Number 3, profit distribution by RQ is taken from the company's profit, which is their fuel revenue, after members' profit is distributed. Now, in so many platforms or so many bots, right, they actually take from your profit, but it doesn't happen here, right? Because the company have split the account very systematically and clearly. So this ensures longevity and the long-term sustainability of RQ platform. Now, all profit distribution bonus are performed with 100% transparency, and each transaction can be proven, okay, from your bot back office itself. You can see all those transaction report and revenue details and so on. Okay, so I think this is a huge, okay, plus point to be part of this wonderful platform. Now, where do you find your referral link and your invitation code? As I mentioned to you, get to your home. Okay, once you have registered, just tap the invite button and you will be able to find that, and then you can share this information and invite as many people, okay, to be part of your team. And now, if you are already, okay, activated member of Jd-Royalq Global, please, okay, please inform myself, Andy, or Rita. All right, we will be adding you into our private Telegram group. Okay, now this is not JD Winner. JD Winner, anyone can join. It is a public group. Okay, this is a private group, which is our group, Jd-Royalq Global. So only activated member. Okay, we only want serious people who have activated to be part of this group. Now, the other thing is that there are wealth of resources, okay, in Wealth Makers Alliance YouTube channel. I think the YouTube channel as of today have already hit 2.3 thousand subscribers, okay, 2,300 subscribers. And I have to say thank you to the community, okay, for all of your support and for subscribing and, you know, taking advantage of the wealth of resources. So get into Wealth Makers Alliance, okay? There are wealth of information there. Go and learn as much you can, okay? So if you want to create your Binance account, go and get it done, okay? Soon I'm going to create videos on Huobi accounts and so on. So it's going to be real exciting, all right? Now, with that, okay, I would like to say thank you, all right? I hope you understand this whole presentation. I know that it is heavy, all right, but it is recorded so that you can go through, okay, each of these steps. Now, new beginners only have to do this once, okay? Once they go through these things once and they have already set up their account, that is it. It's simple, right? But in terms of the presentation, okay, we have to go through details, making sure everyone understands everything in detail, all right? Now, with that, let me just quickly open up the session, all right? If you have any other questions before we proceed with the lucky draw. Now, first of all, did you enjoy the presentation? Is that comprehensive?
Very nice.
All right, so that is most important, okay? Because new member comes in, show them everything. We don't want to hide anything. Show them everything so that later on they won't tell you that, why you never tell me this? Why you never tell me this, okay? We don't want that to happen. It's okay, even if they sit down 2 to 3 hours and listen to it. They only have to do it once. All right, so that's important. Okay. All right. Any questions before? Good to have you, Manali, our winner last week. Good to have you. Good to have you from India. All right, that's great. From Goa, India. All right. Okay. Any other questions? Any other thing to clarify before we proceed? I'm going to hand over to Andy to do the lucky draw. All right. Thank you, Abdul Patel. Appreciate that. All right. So if no question, Andy, let me just hand it over to you and let's go for the lucky draw. And let's see who is going to take away $120 tonight.
Okay, I'll just let it spin a little bit longer so that everybody can see.
Sure.
So we do this. Can you see that now? Is it spinning?
Yeah, it is spinning.
So, okay, let me click it.
Okay, great. Woo! Rick Malo, Rick Malo, Rick Malo, are you there?
Hey, good night,
Rick
Jd.
from Oceania.
From the Oceania, Papua New Guinea, Rick Malo.
Oh, thank you. Jd. Thank you for the
Rick
opportunity.
Malo, can you put on your video? I know the
Yeah,
Papua
okay.
New Guinean are difficult. Yes, yes. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jd. Thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky shot in a million.
Awesome, awesome. I believe that Rita has invited you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome, great. So I will be communicating with Rita, and then Rita will advise me your activation QR code so that I will send that 120 over and get your account activated and let's get going.
Awesome,
great.
JD. This is awesome. He's been on JD. He's been on Zoom call ever since he launched this, and you know, after so many weeks, he's finally when you introduced this prize, he's been just on the Zoom call every week. So it's wonderful to
Awesome.
witness him win tonight's draw.
Awesome. That's great, Rita. Great to hear that. At least we have a representative from the Oceania, especially Papua New Guinea. We have, I think, we already have 3 from Malaysia, 1 from India, and now we got 1 from Papua New Guinea. That's just awesome.
Awesome indeed. Congratulations, Rick.
Congratulations, Rick Malo. We will keep in touch. All right. I will communicate with Rita probably within the next 24 hours. Let's get your account activated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
And thank you to Rita for persisting.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you. We will catch up. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, that's great. All right. So congratulations to Rick Malo once again. It is truly, all right. Truly. I'm actually overwhelmed with joy whenever I see that our team is actually winning, winning, and especially the new people that are coming in, right? And they are winning this. This is just exciting, right? This is just to get them jump start. Okay, so they have to still find some fun, okay, to do for the trading fund, but at least the 120 is covered. Okay, so now before we close this meeting, all right, I would like to open up to the team. If you would like to say anything, you would like to add on or give some compliment, all right, so you can do so, right? You can do so before we close this presentation, because my desire is to see more and more of our team start to grow. We are just probably doing this for the past 1 month, all right? We are still very new, all right? And please understand, Royal Quantitative only introduced to the world in the month of March in 2021. All right, Royal Quantitative has been around since 2017, but they only open up to the world this year in March. Can you see that? So we are still very, very new. And Jd-Royalq Global is also just about probably 2 months old. And we have been doing this since then, okay? So, so I think this is a great value to the team, all right? Great value to the team. So if you have any other questions, any inputs or compliments before we close this meeting, please do so. Any one of you. Anyone would like to say anything before we close? Yes, Andy.
I just want to thank you for your time, your effort. The market keeps changing all the time, and you keep up to date. Thank you so much. I mean, the group is enjoying the profit every day. Thank you for your effort.
You're most welcome, Andy. Truly appreciate that. Rita, you want to say something?
Yes, absolutely, JD. I'm like, it's really, and I'm so excited that actually Rick won the draw tonight. But even so, I think as novices, I'm really delighted to actually see you really elaborate on the on your strategy, particularly the copy trading, because there's a lot of people I know that I've been talking to who are interested, but who don't even have any idea with regards to, you know, trading, Binance Exchange, and all of that. So the introduction to this, I mean, you're always evolving every week. We come on board, there's something new, something exciting. You keep, there's so much innovation in your presentation. I think as we come on board every week to listen to it, you know, the more we tune in, the more we begin to understand, you know, the bits and pieces, because there's so much information download all at once, but you're able to, you know, it's beginning to bring clarity to a lot of questions that have been on our mind. And it's wonderful to be actually with the global team, because the questions that we don't think about, there's someone else on the group that actually ask those questions, and then, you know, we're able to pick up, you know, information and also a little bit of understanding, you know, on the platform. So thank you so much as always. I mean, you give a lot of your time to this, you know, a lot of things you put in. There's so much time and effort, and it's very, very strategic, you know. And thank you so much, JD, for your time. It's really a blessing to continue to hear. And not just that, I mean, this is really new to me. So, you know, I'm being educated as well, and as well as those others that I've actually introduced the program to. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be coming on board from the Oceania team, because they're quite interested, and it's all new. But with you taking the lead and with you presenting to us, I think a lot of us will begin to understand further. So thank you so much, and thank you for the new strategy. Thank you for the opportunity, JD, to create wealth on this platform.
Awesome, Rita. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate that honest compliment. And team, please, just to tell you, right, Rita is one of the leading the Oceania team. I think probably August you will hit your V2 level, Rita. V2 level. Let's go for it, man. V2 level. Okay.
I hope so.
Okay, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for that to happen. Okay, because he's just close to hitting the V2 level.
Congratulations.
All right, so we have a V2 coming up. All right, that's great. All right, anyone else would like to give the last final word before we close this session? Yes, my friend.
Yeah, I want to introduce Abdul Patel.
Yes.
He's my friend, Abdul Patel.
Yes, Abdul Patel. I think he's listening.
Can you please tell the team how you feel after going through this Zoom meeting? Because I see, JD, you have tremendous energy. The start till the end, the same energy. What I have seen, it's really great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is the gift of God. Amen. Yes, Abdul Patel, are you there? You want to say something, Abdul Patel?
Right now, nothing. Thank you very much for your company. And it was a nice presentation from you.
You're most welcome.
As Mr. Jd-Royalq told that you have a good energy. So keep it up with your energy. May have a bright future. May God bless you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abdul Patel. Truly appreciate that. Thank you now to my friend there who won the lucky draw last week. All right.
Yes,
Good to see you on board with your team. That's just awesome.
The way I'm seeing on the board every day, around 1 or 2%, it is increasing. What
Okay,
is trading for me?
Okay, that's great. That's great. That is the reason why, as Rita was mentioning, right? You see, if you look into so many places, right? There are so many places people are not really educated when it comes to technology. Now, when we have the SYN strategy, it's very simple. You just need to ask them to set up a Binance account and then set up a Jd-Royalq bot and ask them to do the SYN strategy. So they don't have to think about the parameter setting, the number of coin. Just leave it to the SYN strategy to do it. Now, SYN strategy may not give you the huge profit, but it will give you profit. Can you understand me? It will give you profit. All right,
Something is better than nothing.
You are right. Okay, so something is better than nothing. So beginners can start with a SYN strategy, and later on, when they start to take interest and they start to learn, they will then start to understand. Oh, I can do manual. I can even do manual while I'm doing SYN strategy. You see that? So they will learn along the way. But if immediately you tell them if it's a baby and you tell the baby to eat meat, the baby will get choked and die. You see that? So the baby, you must give them the milk first. So SYN strategy is like a milk. You give them the milk, and later on, they start to understand how it works and so on. Then only you start to grow them and teach them how they can actually trade their own and so on. Okay, so that's basically, so take advantage of it. Okay, take advantage. And after all, the SYN strategy belongs to us, not to other circle. Can you see that? It belongs to us. So that is the fantastic part of it. So, and you have access to me, you can talk to me and so on, right? So that is the beautiful part of it. All right, because I show you exactly how the strategy is being developed so that you can then use it. So when you SYN strategy, you understand, oh, this is how the SYN strategy actually works, but I don't have to do anything because it is doing the work for you in the background. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. So just imagine, right? So many people, all right, can take advantage of this. So there are so many devices, right, at home actually lying idle. And this devices is not giving you any money. Why don't activate this device and let this device make money for you? You see that? So that's beauty, right? That's the beauty. So in 3 months, this device is free already because the robot already make the money for you, and you can probably buy a new device. You see that? So that's the beauty of it, okay? So you can use all the device at home and let the device run automatically on SYN strategy, right? So that is just some ideas, right, that we can actually work around. So that is the reason why yes.
Can I open multiple accounts?
Yes, you can have multiple accounts under yourself. If you have 20 devices, you can even open 20 accounts.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Can I pump money regularly after closing this cycle and pump up more money?
That's right. You can pump more money and then you can increase the number of coins, the number of first order. Just follow the coin selection matrix.
Okay.
Simple as that. Okay. All right. So with that, thank you so much, Andy, for coming on board and co-hosting together with me. Andy is handling all the the random selection of it through the lucky draw. It's an awesome work. And thank you, team from the Oceania, from India. Thank you for coming on board from Oceania, especially the Papua New Guinea. And also we have our team as usual. Okay, always faithful from Malaysia. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, so we will catch up once again next week. and then I will advise you what will be the next day that we're going to do. Okay, whether it will be Friday or whether it will be Wednesday. All right, I will advise you because next Wednesday I have my second vaccination, so that's the reason I can't do it next Wednesday. So probably the coming Wednesday, we will start to do Wednesday onwards. I think that will be awesome, right? Because Friday is because many of them have families, they are getting ready for Saturdays. So probably we will do on Wednesday. All right. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much to each and every one of you. Appreciate the sacrifices you have made. All right. So we will catch up again. God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yes, you too.
Good night.
Good night, JD. Good night, everyone. God bless.
God bless.